Hot dogs and a cold chill. We go wild just for the thrill. Cheerleaders doing their dance. Crowd in a football trance. Friends and beers in every hand. Living life like we planned. Let's up and go. We won't slow down in this wild football show. Let's up and go. We'll make some noise in this big crowd we know.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here for one more game. One more game. Look at me. Oh my goodness, you guys caught me. You guys caught me off guard. I was ready, but I guess I wasn't ready. Got to put my tie back on. Hang tight, hang tight, hang tight. What's going on, chat? Hang tight, hang tight. Oh man. Oh, I thought I was ready. I thought I was ready to go. I'm clearly not ready. You guys caught me. You guys caught me. No tie on Sunday, says Zach Cohn. It's the one day we wear the tie, bro. It's work day for me. This is my work day, my friend. Gotta have the tie on. Can't forget the tie clip. Always gotta have the tie clip. What's going on? Clem Vincent saying clap, clap, clap. You caught me. That's right. You caught me slipping. What's up, guys? How's everyone doing? It's been a long day, bro, and bros and brosefinas. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mario Manuel. You're watching Football Nation. We've got one more on this marathon day. We have been live since 8 a.m. Santino went live at 8 a.m. I helped run the scoreboard, and we were doing all of that. Turned around, he jumped on the scoreboard, helped me out with the scoreboard, and now I'm covering the rest of these games for y'all today. So we are here right now, and at this time I've got 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's 11 hours of live streaming. We've got about 3 more to go here, and then we will be done. We'll have another game on Monday. But for now, let's get focused on Sunday Night Football because this game is a big game. Sunday night, Detroit Lions versus the Kansas City Chiefs. And the Detroit Lions are 4-1. The Kansas City Chiefs are not. Let's get that fixed. Kansas City Chiefs are actually 2-3. 2-3. Quick change right there. What's going on in the chat, guys? We got Emmanuel in the house saying, how about them Jets? Roy, what's going on, man? I see Roy Williams checking into the chat. Jeffy saying we got 2 games for Monday. There are 2 games for Monday. I actually updated a graphic. There are 2 games for Monday. I will be covering one of them. Monday Night Football tomorrow night, folks. I will be covering the Chicago Bears versus the Washington Commanders. However, there is another game on that I will not be covering. That will be the Buffalo Bills at Falcons. So, that's the game I am not covering. That being said, before we get into our normal pregame, I do want to let you guys know right now that we have updated this graphic here. You can sign up for them. I'm going to explain. This is week 7 now. Thursday night football this week is going to be Steelers at Bengals. We'll see the Cincinnati Bengals. We saw what they did today. Didn't actually get to watch that game with Green Bay, but the Bengals put up a bit of a fight. It wasn't obviously much, but they put up a little bit of a fight here. They will be playing the Pittsburgh Steelers for Thursday Night Football. Both the Buffalo Bills and the Baltimore Ravens will have a bye in Week 7, so we won't see either of those 2 teams next week. Change to the schedule here. So, next week, Santino, this Wednesday, Santino is leaving town. He's going back home to Rome, New York to go kick it with his family out there and go do his thing, which means he won't be here to help me next Sunday in the mornings. So I am going to take a break next Sunday. I am going to have a one-time slot break, but I will make up for it by covering 2 games on Monday next week. 8:30 a.m. next week, y'all. This is the London game. This is going to be the LA Rams and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Rams-Jaguars. I'm not going to cover any of the 12 o'clock games. Those are going to play out as is. I will be live at 3 o'clock to cover the Cowboys and the Commanders. And then I'll be live over here at the end of the day. So this way I'll still get in my 3 games on Sunday, but I'll give my voice a 3-hour rest. Then on Monday, to make up for the gap not covering the 4 games, we'll do 2 games on Monday. So another Lions game next week, and we'll cover this. They'll cover the Seahawks and the Texans next week as well. So we're covering a lot of football, guys. Is there a team that I haven't covered yet that you guys are fans of? I don't think I've covered a Colts game yet. I don't think I've covered I don't think we've covered the Saints just yet, but I think just about every other team. I think we've covered every single team except for the Colts and the Saints this year, and I think there is one game where the Colts will be covered there for sure. I might cover all 32 teams this year. Texans, question mark? We will be covering the Texans, Lance. We will be covering, Tennessee Titans probably as well, Brian. I don't think I've covered the Tennessee Titans, but I think I got to take a look at the Cowboys schedule. Saints lost today, Mario. Sorry about that, Mickey Mouse. Naya saying, you're busy. I love it. Naya, it's always busy. And this is just football. We're doing baseball on top of that. So buckle up, guys. Y'all are going to be seeing a lot of me right now. This is hard work, guys. This is hard work. We're out here live streaming alone. You can just do the hours on the live streaming alone. I'm probably hitting 40 hours a week live streaming, not to mention the prep work that goes into it, not to mention the late nights when we're making these graphics and setting all of this up, not to mention building out the schedule, running the website, running the other platforms that are going into it. We do quite a bit, man. And that's not me saying, oh, boo-hoo, I'm a content creator. My life is so hard. No. It's just there's a common misconception that it's all fun and games out here. And I promise you, there's a lot of sweat and a lot of grind that goes into this work. Okay, guys. Let's get into our pregame. We've got some time here, about 20 minutes till our opening kickoff. We'll start with the away team, as we like to do on this channel. Start by taking a look here at the #1 ranked team in all of football, according to the NFL. National Football League believes that this Detroit Lions team is the #1 team in all of football. They are scoring the most points per game, putting up 34.8 points per game. A top 6 offense in yards per game, 365 yards per game. That's a yard for every day. You've got yards per play, top 10 there as well. 6 yards per play, that's 8th in the league. One area for improvement is third down conversions. They are converting third downs at a success rate of less than 40%. But when they get inside the red zone, they are the 3rd best team at scoring touchdowns. Zach Cohn saying you only have one voice. That is true, Zach Cohn. That is true. That is true. That's a good point. You're very, very well made. But you know what, man? Some people need the sign language as well. And if I had to call a game with signing it, man, I'd probably be the best signer for football ever. In American Sign Language for sure. Chiefs Nation in the house. What up, legendary bro? All right, guys. Got to get the chat fired up here. Who will win this game? Let's start with a good poll out here. Who will win? How do I not do this before every game? That's just not the first thing I do before the game even starts. Let's start the poll. Who will win? Some of y'all already checking in saying Lions. Will it be the Lions or will it be the Chiefs, folks? Who's it gonna be? Let's see. Uh-oh, here we go. Lions or the Chiefs? Okay. Emojis are down there for y'all. Y'all let me know. I see y'all checking in. Looks like a lot of Lions fans in the house early in right now. Just looked at the offense. Offense has been pretty good. NFL thinks this team is the #1 team in all of football. Defensively, they rank 17th, though, in points allowed per game. They give up 22.4 points per game. Yards per game allowed, about 300 yards per game. That's good for top 10. We look at yards per play. 5.2 yards per play allowed is what they give up per game. These are just averages, guys. And again, this is just, guys, these are just stats. The game isn't played on a stat board. The game is played on the field. There are coaching things that happen, penalties that happen, and a lot of other changes and X factors. Weather can come into play. The 12th man with the home field advantage. You might look at this lineup and think to yourself, this should be a pretty easy win here for the Detroit Lions. Well, it's not going to be, nor does Vegas think it's going to be. Actually, that being said, the Kansas City Chiefs are 2.5-point favorites for tonight's game at home versus these Detroit Lions. Let's see if Kansas City can pull it together because there are some issues on the Kansas City side. But before we get into Kansas City, let's get ourselves into the offense for the Detroit Lions. Detroit Lions offense. Detroit Lions offense going to start off here with Jared Goff. Jared Goff, ladies and gentlemen, this season he is first in the NFL. No quarterback has thrown more passing touchdowns over the first 5 weeks of the season. Obviously, after today, some of that has changed, but heading into week 5, Jared Goff is the number 1 quarterback in the NFL with passing touchdowns. 12 of them in 5 weeks. That's more than 2 passing touchdowns per game. It's 2.5 passing touchdowns per game is what he was at. Just under 2.5 passing touchdowns per game. Regardless, point is, he's number 1. We're number 1. That being said, he is 10th in passing yards with 1,187 coming into this game. He does have 2 interceptions, but a QBR of 70.8, which is 7th best in the league. Next to him, you'll see Jahmyr Gibbs, but this backfield is a very even split with Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery. Jahmyr Gibbs does have 4 rushing touchdowns this season. David Montgomery also has 4 rushing touchdowns this season. We might see some Craig Reynolds get sprinkled in on that in that backfield here, just depending on what the scoreboard says. Jahmyr Gibbs has been fantastic for fantasy owners this year. 325 rushing yards. That's just outside the top 12. That'll be the 13th most rushing yards, but with 4 rushing touchdowns, that is tied for 6th. And that's just rushing. Don't forget the receiving that he does as well. David Montgomery, not so much the pass-catching back. He is definitely more of the traditional running back. We will see a lot of David Montgomery today. Amon-Ra St. Brown, number 14 on the far side, going to be your wide receiver 1. So, guys, Amon-Ra St. Brown is an absolute beast. You guys have watched me on this channel for a long time, man, and I am always a fan of ASB. Number 14 out there on the field, 6 foot tall, 202 pounds. That is lean, fast muscle. I always say this as well. His dad was Mr. Universe, so comes from great genetics, man. He's got the 4th most receptions in all of football right now. He's got himself 35 receptions, actual catches, not targets, catches in the first 5 weeks. You can do the math on that. That is good for 4th in the league. He is 5th in the league out of all the pass catchers. Think of any wide receiver in the NFL. He is number 5 in yards, and he is number 1 in receiving touchdowns. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 6 receiving touchdowns. That is 1st in the NFL. The dude is a beast. The dude is a monster, and I think he's good for another one today. Not to gas up these Detroit Lions too much, but they've also got a man out here by the name of Jameson Williams. He has 1 touchdown on the year and 223 receiving yards. Seems like that's not a big deal. But don't forget that last year, both Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jameson Williams had over 1,000 receiving yards in 2024, looking to repeat that in 2025. Next to him is Khalif Raymond. You'll see him lined up in the slot in the graphic behind me. That's right here. Khalif Raymond, only 47 yards. He does get targeted from time to time. He's not the guy that Goff is looking for. He's out there to help spread the field and maybe be an outlet. But the man that I think needs to step up today is Sam Laporta. Sam Laporta, 21 receptions on the year. That's not bad for a tight end. 269 yards. Again, not bad for a tight end. But just 1 receiving touchdown, and a lot of people spend high draft capital on Sam Laporta. I'm sure those fantasy owners are going to want to see Laporta perform and produce today. Perform and produce today. Taking a look at the offensive line, guys, Taylor Decker was listed as questionable coming into tonight's game. He's officially been ruled out. Coming into it now, Christian Mahogany, the left guard, will be available. You'll see Graham Glasgow at center. At right guard will be Tate Ratledge, and at right tackle, Penny Sewell. That is the offense here for the Detroit Lions. Detroit Tigers just got eliminated from the baseball playoffs, MLB playoffs. Detroit Lions still alive and well, though. One of the big cats, the king of the jungle out here, his name is Aiden Hutchinson. Aiden Hutchinson going to be one of your team captains. Aiden Hutchinson defensively going to be your left defensive end. Next to him is Tyleik Williams at your left defensive tackle. Right defensive tackle going to be DJ Reader. And then Al-Qadin Muhammad going to be your right defensive end. Alex Anzalone out here, Jack Campbell out here, and Derek Barnes out there as well. Couple of issues at corner, which could spell good news if you're a Kansas City Chiefs fan, that genuine slip. If you're a Kansas fan, if you're a KC fan, there are some issues at cornerback. Terrion Arnold is listed out. Backup, Khalil Dorsey is on IR. Backup, Avonte Maddox is out. And if we look at the other side, looks like DJ Reed, not DJ Reader, but DJ Reed, the right cornerback, is on IR. So there's not a lot in the secondary, not to mention the fact that if you look at some of these safeties, I mean, your starting safeties are going to be fine for the Detroit Lions, but you'll be looking at the wings and trying to exploit some of these. Avonte Maddox, we actually went with him. He was listed as questionable. So honestly, looking at the cornerbacks available right now, you'll have Rock Yassin over here and literally probably going to be Nick Westside or maybe a Meek Robinson, the nickelback, going to be filling in at corner for most of the day. But this defense is decimated. Okay. You may or may not know these names, guys. I'm going to name every person who is injured on the defensive side of the football right now for the Detroit Lions. Y'all ready for this? Grab your pen and paper because it's a long list. Mekhi Wingo, out. Marcus Davenport, IR. Josh Pascal, out. Alim McNeill, out. Malcolm Rodriguez, out. Zach Cunningham, out. Terrion Arnold, out. Avonte Maddox, out. Khalil Dorsey, IR. Dan Jackson, IR. Ennis Rakestraw, IR. DJ Reed, IR. Daniel Thomas, IR. Lauren Strickland, out. Avonte Maddox, out. Bro, that is more than half of their team is out. That is the full list. That is a hell of a lot of people right there that I just named. Again, you may or may not know all of those names, but just so you know, if the Detroit Lions have to deal with any more injuries on the defensive side of the football, I don't know where they're going to pull from. They're going to have to reach into that practice squad. I'm sure you guys were expecting me. Naya said that was 15 players that I just listed right now. 15 players that I just listed. So, not a lot left over. Not a lot left over should something happen to that Lions defense. That being said, that is the Lions in a nutshell. The defense struggling in the red zone, but honestly, they've got bigger issues besides red zone efficiency right now. If they can stay good in the green zone, they don't have to worry about the red zone so much. Here is a look at the Kansas City Chiefs. Got about 9 minutes until kickoff here, guys. Taking a look at Kansas City, they are ranked number 12 in the NFL right now, according to the NFL. And offensively, they are 12th in points per game. They are 8th in yards per game, 9th in yards per play, and 11th in third down efficiency. Okay, well, what does that mean? What does that look like? This team should be able to put up 25 points. I believe that this team will put up 25 points today. I also believe that the Detroit Lions are going to put up like 35 points today. I do think, I don't know, man. I don't know. I changed my mind going back and forth. I am going back and forth in this one. The eye test tells me what I've seen out here. Forget the stats, man. The eye test tells me that the Lions look like the better team. The record also tells me that this Lions team looks like the better team. The stats also tell me that this Detroit Lions team looks like the better team. But it's Patrick Mahomes. And it is there's always a chance, man. There's always a chance. And it's not to say that any of this is bad either. Top 12 in almost all the categories here. We are on the top half of the table in almost every category defensively as well. Points per game allowed, they're giving up 21.4. They're going to give up more than 21 points today, mark my words. Yards per game allowed, 314 yards allowed per game. I expect Jared Goff to throw for 350 at least. Yards per play allowed, that's going to go way up after today. Third down efficiency, red zone efficiency. This is where we will see the difference today for this Kansas City Chiefs. Can they get the stops when needed? If they can stay on schedule defensively, and maybe Chris Jones can get in, maybe George of the Jungle and George Karlaftis can get in on a play and set back that Detroit Lions team, they'll probably have a much better chance. Excuse me. Okay, why don't we take a look here at the personnel? Why don't we take a look here at the personnel offensively, and I'm going to pop one of these now. Okay, Patrick Mahomes, starting quarterback for these Kansas City Chiefs. He has been an absolute monster in his career, guys. Right now, this season, 1,257 passing yards. That is number 7 in the league. He has 8 passing touchdowns. That is good for top 10 in the league. And just like Jared Goff, 2 interceptions. But unlike Jared Goff, he has a higher QBR than 70. It's at 75. So, number 4 in the NFL in QBR. That's a special, special person. Not only this, but Patrick Mahomes is just a few years removed from his 5,000-yard season. He has 1, 2, 3, 4. He's got 2 5,000-yard seasons and 4 additional 4,000-yard seasons. Right now, he is well on track to get to that next 4,000-yard, maybe 5,000-yard. We'll see what happens with Patrick Mahomes this season. But as long as that dude, as long as number 15 has that jersey on, the Chiefs are always in games no matter what. I have no issues with the quarterback play. You can give him a JV wide receiver group, and Patrick Mahomes will find a way to make it work. Where I have my issues with this Kansas City Chiefs team is right here. Again, I have always been a huge fan of Isaiah Pacheco. Always been a huge fan of Isaiah Pacheco, but the numbers don't lie. 39 carries is 37th in the NFL. He's 39th in total yards with 163. Definitely a dud and definitely a non-factor for the Kansas City Chiefs. 0 touchdowns on the year when it comes to rushing touchdowns. When we look at Kareem Hunt, though, Kareem Hunt has 3 rushing touchdowns, but 43 carries, 163 rushing yards. Patrick Mahomes, right now, we look at Mahomes' numbers on the ground, and he's got over 100 rushing yards this season. Like, if it wasn't for him, this team would be in shambles. Mahomes has done a lot, and they've been exposed a few times. That being said, there's one more week, Chiefs fans. For you Chiefs fans who are watching, just one more week, guys, and you will get Rashee Rice back. You need Rashee Rice back. It's going to spread the field and stretch the field so much more. That is where this is where the Chiefs are going to shine. When Rashee Rice comes back, the Chiefs are going to explode, and everyone's going to go, pow. Jacob saying, I prefer the Jags, but the Lions are my number 2, so go Lions. What is up, Jacob Condon? Thank you very much. Right now we are talking about the starting players here for Kansas City. We just took a quick moment to touch on the backfield there. Patrick Mahomes, good. Rushing game, bad. Wide receiver game right here. Juju Smith-Schuster on one side, Xavier Worthy on the other, and Marquise Hollywood-Brown at the slot here. Travis Kelce going to be your starting tight end for today, and your offensive line with Josh Simmons officially out will be Wanya Morris. Over here, Wanya Morris going to be your left offensive tackle for today's game. Kingsley Suamataia going to be your left guard. Creed Humphrey, your center. Right guard going to be right guard going to be Trey Smith, and your right offensive tackle going to be Jawan Taylor. Okay. Gassing, says Jason Taylor. Gassing, I don't know what that means. But let's take a look here at these Kansas City Chiefs defense. So, King George of the Jungle, George Karlaftis going to be your left defensive end. Next to him, you'll notice a name that should be familiar to you. It's Chris Jones. These 2 guys are the heart of the defense. Actually, these 4 guys right here, I would say, are the heart of the defense. Couple of good big names out here for the Kansas City Chiefs. Honestly, defensively, they're pretty stacked. Rookie Omar Norman Lott, Mike Dana going to be your right defensive end, Drew Tranquil on the weak side, Nick Bolton as your middle linebacker, and Leo Chenal as your strong side linebacker. This is the front 7 for the Kansas City Chiefs. Those are some big dudes. Unfortunately, I feel like Chris Jones just hasn't been Chris Jones, guys. 1 sack on the year. He definitely needs to step it up today. George Karlaftis has 3.5 right now. Drew Tranquil also with a couple of sacks, but we have not seen Chris Jones really get after it today. Would like to see Chris Jones put Jared Goff under pressure, but Jared Goff, so fresh and so clean, his jersey not getting brought down easily this season. Goff has been very good at staying upright this season. The offensive line having a huge deal to do with that. Trent McDuffie, left cornerback. You'll have Jalen Watson, right cornerback. Jaden Hicks as your strong safety, and Brian Cook as your other safety here. Okay. That's the pregame. That's everyone quickly up front. That's the, I guess, the quick and dirty. We can go into more detail here. I got more detail for you guys. A quick quarterback comparison here from Jared Goff and Patrick Mahomes. Mahomes with more passing yards, more rushing yards. He does lead the team in rushing yards, guys. Yeah. Patrick Mahomes has more rushing yards than everyone else on his team right now. Let me just double-check that one. Let me just double-check Isaiah Pacheco. I'm pretty sure, yeah, he does. Mahomes has 190. Isaiah Pacheco has 163. And Kareem Hunt has 164. So, leading rusher right now. Hey, Burrowhead. Hey, Burrowhead. Ah, what up, Burrowhead? He likes the gritty. I can't do the gritty, bro. Clearly. I see your name and it fires me up, dude. But I can't. But Travis and Taylor says live. But Travis and Taylor, she says. That Norman Locke guy is going to be blown off the line by Ratledge, says Clem Vinson. Lions are winning today. Veronica checking in. What's going on, guys? Before I go any further, let me give some love out here to the chat, guys. Who's with us tonight? Give me a quick hello. Let's see who's watching this game. Dave, welcome to the chat. We got Robert Samora in here. Jay, Stanley saying Klingerman. Klinger, man. Parker, what's going on? Jason Taylor dropping the ice cubes. Go Chiefs, says Bop It. I see you, Enzo. DJ Gene. You got it, bro. You get the fist bump for you. Matt Farms, Veronica, Parker, Lance Bowers, Misty, Gary Streen, Laney, Joshua Sellner. We got Zach Cohn, Legendary Bro, Liv, 1J Maj, 1J Too Many, The Lone Wolf, The Seventh Son Street, Michael Wending in the house, Jackpot Joker. Love it, guys. This game should be starting right now. They are a little bit behind. The football coverage is there. We'll get back to this graphic in just a moment. I'll turn this off here as well. Okay, guys. Lions will score over 25 points this game. I believe it, Zach. I'm with it. I'm 100% with it. So, let's cut over here. We should get action in just a moment. This game is on NBC. So, here we go. Waiting for the kickoff. Waiting for the kickoff. It's Sunday Night Football. Welcome, welcome one and all to tonight's game. They're highlighting all of the inactive players like we just did for the Detroit Lions. I love when that happens. Okay. They're highlighting Andy Reid now. 13 seasons as the head coach for the Kansas City Chiefs. 9 titles. 9 titles. Joshua, what's going on? Been here since last year. Love the upgrades, he says. Thank you, Joshua. Who has Travis Kelce under 59.5? Says Njao. Brian Branch and the corners? Question mark, says Matt Farms. Brian Branch and the corners are available. Did I gloss over them? Didn't mean to. What's going on, Sharita Ferguson, with a $20 super chat? Sharita, I feel the love, girl. Let's go. They are dropping the tomahawk right now. Harrison Butker is lining up to kick this thing off. Harrison Butker is lining up to kick this thing off. Thank you, Sharita, for that $20 super chat. She says, let's effing go. Let's effing go. This game at Arrowhead Stadium, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the opening kickoff, and Butker going to send this one away. Let's get this game started. The 5, the 10, the 15, the 20, 25, stays on his feet. Oh, he gets spun around. He's still going. Down at the 29-yard line. Spun around, ran laterally there for just a little bit. Let's get this one started. Let's get it started. Ha. Let's get it started in here. Yeah, 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 yeah. Beat keeps running and running. 1st and 10 coming up now. Looks like we are going to get the Detroit Lions offense out on the field. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start this drive from the 29-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 29. Single back formation, one lone receiver, Amon-Ra St. Brown at the bottom of the screen. Jared Goff under center will hand this off, and Jahmyr Gibbs gets the opening carry of the game. Jahmyr Gibbs will take this out to about the 33-yard line. Call that a 4-yard pickup. It brings up a 2nd down and 6. So, Kansas City Chiefs on defense, Detroit Lions offense taking the field. They are missing an offensive lineman. Here to get the game started. Taylor Decker is out, so Dan Skipper likely in at left tackle here. Single back formation. Strong side on the left side here. Looks like a jumbo, actually. Here's the snap and another handoff. This time, Jahmyr Gibbs goes to the right-hand side. Tougher running there. Not able. No gaps found. This will bring up a 3rd down and 5 on a 1-yard pickup. A 3rd down and 5 on a 1-yard pickup. Jahmyr Gibbs, slow start here. 2 carries for him. 5 yards, averaging 2.5 per carry. Here come the Detroit Lions. 4-1 heading into this game. The Kansas City Chiefs are 2-3. Goff in a shotgun. 2 receivers left, motion on the field. Here's the snap, looking that way. He will throw. Catch made by your big tight end. Here's a move. We were talking about Sam Laporta. Laporta takes it to the 45-yard line. That's good for a Detroit Lions 1st down. We were talking about Sam Laporta and how he needs to get involved in this game. There he is, getting the first reception of the game for the Detroit Lions. That catch for Sam Laporta should go for about 8 yards. That'll result in a 1st down. 1st and 10 coming up from the 46. Call it the 45. I see the 45-yard line. Jared Goff quickly calling an audible, looking right, looking left, making sure they all heard. Goff, one arm up, waits to take the snap. Here's the snap, the handoff. Looks like David Montgomery gets a carry now. No, that's still Jahmyr Gibbs. And Jahmyr Gibbs will pick up about 4 yards on the play. 2nd down and 6. 2nd down and 6. We might see Jahmyr Gibbs just kind of be the main running back until they get inside the 20, and then they'll bust out David Montgomery to be the sledgehammer. Use one man in the green zone and another man in the red zone. 2nd down and 6 from the 49-yard line. Jared Goff waits for the snap. Shotgun here. Jahmyr Gibbs standing to his right. Goff doing this thing right here. Waits for the snap, takes it. Here comes the blitz. Going to wind up and throw. Catch made. Left-hand side. 1st down. Jameson Williams. 1st down, Detroit Lions. And Jameson Williams makes a catch on the left-hand side. Both hands on the football before going out of bounds. A 7-yard pickup moves the football out to the 44. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. The Detroit Lions in Kansas City territory now. I'd call that a smart route for sure. From the 44-yard line, Jared Goff under center. Takes the snap on 1st and 10. Will fake the handoff, wheeling out to the right-hand side, dealing out to the right-hand side. That's a catch for Jameson Williams, who tries to leap over Watson. Gets flipped upside down. Doesn't matter. It's a 15-yard pickup and another 1st down for the Detroit Lions. Good play out there by Jameson Williams. He ran a simple drag route. As soon as he made the catch, he turned upfield, flipped those hips, tried to leap over Watson. Couldn't quite get there. Good job by Watson to not get on the highlight reel for the wrong reasons. This will result in a 1st down, guys. The Detroit Lions move the sticks again out to the 29-yard line, shy of the red zone. Detroit, a good, strong run here. So far, 7 plays for 44 yards. Here's the snap. There's the handoff. Amon-Ra St. Brown on an end around gets tripped up in the backfield by Cook. Somehow turns that into a 2-yard pickup. This will end up being up a 2nd down and 8. So 2nd down and 8. My clock is a little bit ahead, guys. I've got 10 minutes and 40 seconds on the TV screen here. We'll pause this and let it catch up. For now. But a 2nd down and 8 at the Kansas City 27-yard line. Jared Goff has the football right now in Kansas City territory. With 10.5 left to go, there's motion from ASB. It's another fake end around. It's a handoff. Jahmyr Gibbs looking for some gaps. He will find a couple gaps. He will pick up 8 yards. He'll pick up 6 yards on 2nd down and 8 and brings up a 3rd down and 2. He was 2 yards shy there. 3rd down and 2 after that 6-yard run from Jahmyr Gibbs. Big 3rd down. Here we go. Line to gain is the 19. We're at the 21. 3rd and 2 from the 21. Jared Goff under center motion from Amon-Ra St. Brown as he goes to the top of the screen. We are tied up at the start of this game. Here is the handoff. A tough run. Keeps the legs going. He will get it. That will be a 1st down for the Detroit Lions. 9 minutes and 41 seconds left to go. A big 1st down picked up right there for Detroit, and they are pushing. Can the Kansas City Chiefs get a stop right now? Chiefs are at home. Detroit Lions on offense looking solid here after that 3-yard gain from Jahmyr Gibbs. 1st and 10. This should put us inside the red zone, folks. We are inside the red zone. At the 18-yard line, Jahmyr Gibbs in a shotgun with Jared Goff. There's the snap. Goff quickly under pressure. A little lateral right here. Jahmyr Gibbs going to take this one out for about call that a 3-yard gain. Looks like he stepped out a little earlier. That was a 1st and 10. Becomes a 2nd down and 7. 1st and 10 becomes 2nd down and 7. That 1st and 10, it was a quick throw, so that will go down as a catch for Amon-Ra St. Brown. St. Brown caught the football, turned around and tossed it to Jahmyr Gibbs. So it was a little lateral play right there. We're now at the 15-yard line for a 2nd down. 2nd down and 7. They are inside the red zone. Detroit Lions knocking on the door of the Kansas City Chiefs on that front porch. Play clock down to 3. Here's motion on the field. There's the snap. Goff will hand it off to Gibbs again. Gibbs takes this inside the 10. Looks like good enough for a 1st down to me. Let's see where they will mark this. It will be a 1st down. The official saying bring the chains. 1st and goal. 1st and goal. Okay, so 1st and goal from the 8-yard line here. The Detroit Lions with the football. 1st and goal, Detroit Lions with the football from the 8-yard line in Kansas City territory. Here we go. Oh, man, who's going to score today? Who's got Jahmyr Gibbs fired up in fantasy football? Ooh, baby. Here we go. Single back formation, motion on the field here. Waiting for the snap. There's the snap, and Goff will hand this off. This time inside the 5, down at the 4. 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line. The clock will continue to tick here. 7.5 minutes left to go. 2nd and goal. Methodical, says Zach Cohn. 12 plays, Zach. 12 plays, good for 67 yards. They've taken 7.5 minutes off the clock, guys. We're past the midway point of this quarter, and this is the opening drive of this game. This is what you expect out of the Detroit Lions with their running game. It's going to be quick answers back for the Kansas City Chiefs. They will have to answer back quickly. Waiting for the snap. Goff, after doing this thing one more time, on 2nd and goal, takes it. He hands this off to Gibbs. Gibbs up the middle. Gibbs will take it to about the 2, maybe the 1. It's 3rd and goal coming up from the 2-yard line. And you know that this close right now, Dan Campbell's going to go for it. You know that Dan Campbell's going to go for it now. Charles Moore, it's okay, man. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Thank you very much, Stefan Podcast. I see you out there hoping the Chiefs can help me hit a 6-team teaser. Let's go. Stefan, thank you for the super chat, my friend. 6 minutes and 20 seconds left to go. 3rd down and goal from the 2-yard line. Jared Goff under center will take the snap and hand this off. It is going to be stuffed short. It's going to be a 4th and goal from the half-yard line, from the 3-blade of grass line right there. Guys, I'm talking this much between that football and the end zone. We've got a 4th and goal. 4th and goal coming up right now for these Detroit Lions. Thank you, Steven. Is it Piscano Podcast? Is it Steven or Stefan? Please help me, brother. I want to make sure I call your name out right. I know that that's probably a silly question to ask, bro, but here we go. 4th and goal. Motion on the field. Everybody getting adjusted. Don't know if someone checked in is eligible, but we know Dan Campbell likes these situations. Here's the snap, a little play action going to the right-hand side. Goff will just throw this one in the dirt. Goff throws that away. Wow. Stops the clock. Didn't even take a shot. Hang on. 5:25. Looks like they blew the whistle. I didn't hear the whistle right here. No throwaway. It's 4th and goal. No throwaway. Hold the phone. One more time. That was not a throwaway. Timeout was called before the snap on 4th and goal by the Detroit Lions. They now have 2 remaining. So, maybe I should turn up the volume on my TV so I can hear these whistles or something. I am so sick of this confetti. It was so awesome earlier. So sick of this confetti right now. Oh, man. So here's a quick conversation. I see Andy Reid on my TV screen. He's having a quick chat with one of the officials. It's still 4th down and goal. I see the official having put 25 on the clock. We're down to 15 seconds on the play clock. Let's redo this. They added 3 more seconds back on. Whoops. Here's the snap on 4th and goal. A quick throw, left-hand side. Jared Goff is the one to make the catch. Jared Goff got the reception. He bobbled the football, but Jared Goff, a receiving touchdown today. The Detroit Lions score. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Jared Goff with a receiving touchdown on the left-hand side. What a direct snap to David Montgomery. Montgomery throws this one to the left-hand side. Amon-Ra St. Brown is there to block for him. And Jared Goff initially bobbled the pass on 4th and goal. Jared Goff on 4th down allowed a direct snap to David Montgomery, who threw it to the flat. Amon-Ra St. Brown throwing out a block for Jared Goff, and Jared Goff just scored a touchdown. That is in what? Oh, man, you know Patrick Mahomes gonna come back with something. You know Patrick Mahomes is gonna come back with something like that, man. Here comes the extra point attempt. The officials having a quick conversation here. Flag on the play. What? After discussion, what? Whoa, you're kidding me. After discussion, guys, the quarterback never got set, therefore it's an illegal shift. Here's the motion, Jared Goff going to the left-hand side. Why? I don't understand that. I'm an official, and I don't understand that rule. So they're going to call this an illegal shift, and it's still 4th down and goal, but it backs them up to the 6-yard line. So we'll retract the points, guys. Going to retract those points. They're going to go for a field goal now. I see players in motion all the time when there's a snap. That happens all the time. Why did he have to be set right there? He was in motion, but I don't understand. So it's 4th and goal from the 6-yard line. 4th and goal from the 6-yard line. The Lions offense goes back out to the field. On 4th and goal, they are lined up to go for it from the 5-yard line. That's crazy. That's crazy, guys. Still no kick here. Why does my scoreboard say 8? Looks bad for football, says Legendary, bro. Wow. Wow. So, another flag coming in. This time it's a delay of game against the Detroit Lions. And the bitter irony of a delay of game penalty is that by throwing that flag, you are further delaying the game. Delay of game, Detroit Lions. Another one. So now it makes it a 4th down and 10. 4th and goal from the 10, a 28-yard field goal attempt from the left hash. Okay. 28-yard field goal coming up for these Detroit Lions. 28-yard field goal coming up for these Detroit Lions. There's the snap. There's the kick. The kick is up. The kick is good. And the score is now, they put 3 points on the board, so we'll do it again. 3-0. The opening drive took 10 minutes off the clock, guys. The Detroit Lions on their opening drive took 10 minutes off the clock. And you know what? I bet Vegas called. I bet ESPN or NBC called. They were like, hey, man, this game's going by too fast. You got to slow it down. Throw some laundry out there. Let's see some laundry. Throw that flag. Make that happen. Okay, guys, Lions now have a 3-0 lead. 5 minutes and 21 seconds left to go in the first quarter of this football game. There's still plenty of time left to go in this one. Thank you, Jaded Ross, saying congratulations on 50K. We're actually going to hit 51, which is pretty awesome to pick up over 1,000 subscribers in one day. It's been a long day fighting for him, but that is pretty cool. Ladies and gentlemen, at the first live stream of the day, we hit 50,000 subscribers on the channel. We have been live for the past, it's now going up on 12 hours here. So it's been a good one. It was a good call rules-wise, says Owl on the Prowl. Okay. So, Lions don't get sat on, says Stanley. Oh, I noticed the 50K. That's awesome. Didn't notice. We're here now, Steven. We're here now. Take a swig of water because that's all I have right now. I'm actually running pretty low on this too. Been out here in the desert. It's the only jug. I need to be drinking at least 2 of those a day right now. Okay. Clay checking in saying, hey, brother, you remember me? What's up, Clay? Welcome in, my friend. What's up, Clay? How you doing, dude? Welcome back. We got Brad Solomon in the house saying Lions got to get better at acting, says Brad. Horse Pucky. What is Horse Pucky? It's Perma from Wisconsin. Love it. We got Charles Moore saying Patriots game was closer than I thought. Mario, do you understand what happened? I understand that Jared Goff was on the move over to the left-hand side. He was not set on that play. I guess if he was meant to be on the line and they had extra people in the backfield, then he had to be set, which would make sense. But, I mean, I guess that is what it is, Date. Cheers, bro, says JT. Let's go, JT. Thanks for checking in, sir. Okay, y'all. Let's see. And Lions. Would you rather blink out Gatorade instead of tears or sneeze out football confetti? Well, we have a bunch of football confetti here from the earlier celebration today. It was good. It was a good day, man. It was a good day. Not okay is in the house. Not okay is in the house. What up, not okay? I'm not okay. You should open up every sentence with that. Hey, man, what's your name? I'm not okay. All right, y'all. Here's to 60, says Wesley. I like your attitude, Wesley. Here we go. The kickoff, the return out to the 30-yard line. I thought I turned that off. Out to the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 coming up for the Kansas City Chiefs, who have taken over possession now. Football at the 30, and Kansas City taking the field. All right, so Patrick Mahomes, your starting quarterback, has more yardage this season through the air than Jared Goff, 1,257 passing yards on the year. He leads this team on the ground as well for the Kansas City Chiefs. Here is the opening drive for Kansas City from the 30. Xavier Worthy on the move here, and there is a handoff to the right-hand side. Isaiah Pacheco going to do what Isaiah Pacheco does, and that's pick up not a lot of yardage. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 9. 1-yard pickup here. Football to the 31. Isaiah Pacheco getting outrun by his quarterback. By the way, funny enough, that 1 additional yard that Isaiah Pacheco just got has him tied with Kareem Hunt. They now both have 164 rushing yards in the 2025 season. Motion on the field here from Travis Kelce. 2nd down and 9 from the 31. A 4-man rush comes in. Kelce, ooh, he does a little fake move right here. He stays on his feet, going through the contact. Gets some help from his friends past the 47, shy of midfield. And 1st down, Kansas City. Kelce gets up, and he is roaring right now. Travis Kelce, the motion man on this play, makes a quick catch. Goes this way, psych, turns the other way, runs upfield, draws some contact, pushes through the contact. 1st and 10, Kansas City Chiefs. Here comes this first down from the 46-yard line. Motion for Marquise Hollywood Brown. Mahomes waits for the snap. He takes it. Fakes the handoff on a little play action. Will wind up and throw. This one, that's good. He's to the 30, the 25, down at the 23-yard line. A big catch there. Oh, my goodness. Juju Smith-Schuster for a big Kansas City first down. And the Chiefs will pick up another one. Another first down for the Kansas City Chiefs. Oh, man, I'm going to need hot tea. We're going to need some more tea out here. Just going to need some hot water. Okay, feeling it, feeling it, feeling it. First and 10, 24-yard line. Motion this time from Noah Gray. Here's the snap. Mahomes will hand this off. Left-hand side goes Isaiah Pacheco using a block to the 20, the 15. Picks up the first down at the 12-yard line. That's good for Kansas City. First down. Man, the Chiefs are looking good on this drive. The defense of the Detroit Lions looking like they're going to be giving up some points on this drive. First and 10, Kansas City at the Detroit 13-yard line. We are inside the red zone. We are inside the red zone. What are the scores across the board? Asked Charles Moore. We'll get to that here in just a moment. First and 10, shotgun formation, motion on the field. Jordan Walters, thank you for that $2 super chat, my friend. Here's the snap. Here's the handoff. Looks like Pacheco, left-hand side, will pick up 2 yards once again. It brings up a second down and 8. Second down and 8 right now. Like and hyped, let's effing go, says Jordan Walters. Let's go, Jordan. Hulk Hogan checking in. Oh, yeah, brother. Lions busted up safety, says Diane. They are pretty busted up. They are pretty busted up. Yeah, Jordan, that 15-inning game definitely took it out of me. Here we go. I got a second down and 8 from the 11-yard line. Motion on the field. Here's the snap. Fakes the handoff and wheeling to the right-hand side. In trouble. Mahomes will have to get rid of this one. Throws that football away. It brings up a third down. Stopping the clock on the incomplete pass. 1:59 left to go. Third down. 1:59 left to go. 3rd and 8 coming up here. 3rd down and 8 after the incomplete pass. Packers could really use a Lions L right now, says Clay. Okay. Kansas City have Kareem Hunt out there. Kareem Hunt standing to the left of Patrick Mahomes. Motion on the field from Marquise Brown. Here's the snap. Mahomes going to improvise. He steps up through the pocket. He wants the first down. He will draw the contact. Not reach the marker, though. He goes down shy of the 5 at the 6-yard line. It's a 4th down and 3. 4th down and 3. And the Kansas City Chiefs are looking for an answer. 1:33 left to go. Let's see if they'll go for it. They are lined up to go for it, guys. Should they go for it or not? Should they go for it or not? Here we go. On 4th and 3. Motion on the field to the right-hand side. Noah Gray. Here is the snap. 4-man rush coming in. A wind-up and a throw. It's Xavier Worthy. It's a touchdown. Kansas City Chiefs. And the Chiefs will score 6 points with 1:11 left to go. So Kansas City gets on the board. Your turn, Mr. Goff. Your turn. Curry saying, bro, let's go. Good play right there to the right-hand side. Xavier Worthy running a simple flat on 4th down and 3. The choice to go for it. Chiefs ain't scared. Mahomes with the eye of the tiger. Here's the extra point attempt. That kick is shanked, and Harrison Butker's kick is no good. The score is 6-3 as Butker misses the field goal. Wow. As Butker misses the field goal. Okay. How is that? How you like them apples? That was the drive here. That opening drive for the Kansas City Chiefs did result in 6 points. Unfortunately, that was it right now. Glad they missed, says Brian. Glad they missed, says Brian. Okay, y'all. Quick look here for the schedule. the next few games coming up for the Detroit Lions. Detroit in Week 7 will have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 7 p.m., it's going to be Monday Night Football. A doubleheader, guys. I showed y'all on the other graphic at the start of the game. Remember, 2 games Monday Night Football coming up, a doubleheader. We will see this game first with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Detroit Lions, and then I will have one more after that for you. Week 8 going to be a bye week. Week 9, Sunday, November 2nd, 12 o'clock game, midday. This is a divisional matchup in the NFC North. That's a good game. Looking over here to Week 10, middle of the day game, but another what feels to me like all 3 of these could be all 4 of these games. That's a tough schedule, bro. Looking at this right now and really looking at it right now, these are all playoff teams from last year, including the game tonight. So they're playing the Kansas City Chiefs right now. They got the Buccaneers next week. They got the Vikings after that. They got the Commanders after that. They got the Eagles after that. The Detroit Lions, luckily for them, are a good team, so they're chewing through these teams pretty easily. But any other team, man, they would be nervous looking at that. That's a tough schedule. That's a really tough schedule. On the other side, guys, the schedule. Did I do the same thing for both sides? Let's change this to Kansas City. There we go. Okay, on the other side here, the Kansas City Chiefs, they've got the Raiders. I don't think anyone's really too worried about the Raiders out there. That's Week 7, by the way, next week. This is a divisional matchup, though, and the Raiders do like to give the Kansas City Chiefs a hard time, that's for sure. But then a game against the Commanders, then a game against the Buffalo Bills, and another divisional against a pretty good team right now that did almost lose today to the Jets, but they got the win, and they beat the Eagles as well. So, Denver Broncos. A tough schedule, but not nearly as tough as the Detroit Lions road ahead. I don't think it's nearly as tough as the Detroit Lions road that lies ahead. This is the schedule, though. There's another primetime game, October 27th. Another primetime game, October 27th, 4:25 p.m. Eastern Time. Another 4:25 and a bye week sandwiched in between there. All right, guys. So the Chiefs just scored a touchdown. Here's the kickoff back to the Detroit Lions. And the Detroit Lions will start this drive by bringing this out to about the 30-yard line. They're going to mark it down at the 29. 1st and 10 from the Detroit 29. Detroit getting the football back. Let's reset these numbers. Jared Goff lining up right now. Okay. Matt Farm saying missed. Missed. All right. Here we go. 1st and 10. Man, that's the same crutch I use. That's so funny. 1st and 10 from the 29-yard line. Waiting for the snap under center. Jared Goff will send a man in motion. Here's a toss to David Montgomery. Going to use the block from the motion man. And going to pick up about 3 yards on that play. 2nd down and 7 coming up. 2nd down and 7. Good block on the left-hand side there. Good block on the left-hand side there by Sam Laporta. 45 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Kansas City up by 3 after the missed field goal. It should be up by 4, but up by 3, which makes things a lot easier here for the Detroit Lions. A field goal would tie it up. From the left hash, Goff in a shotgun with Montgomery to his left. Motion on the field this time from Brock Wright. And in the pocket, a clean pocket, Goff will deliver. The catch is made. This time, Sam Laporta going to make another grab. Past midfield at about the 42-yard line. That's going to be a Detroit Lions first down. First down for the Detroit Lions. This will take us to the end of the quarter. A gain of 26 yards for Sam Laporta. Moves the football to the Kansas City 42. This is the end of the first. Let's move on to the second quarter. And when we get back from the commercial break that we are currently going into after that play and after the end of the quarter here, we'll have a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. So Detroit Lions doing okay right now. Lion Porta, not the Laporta Potties. Not the Laporta Potties out here. Taking a quick look out here. Mario, did you see the Rams and Ravens games? Did not, my friend. I did not. Matt, we are going to score, bro, says John Jackson. If you haven't liked this video, do it now, says Clay. Do it now, says Clay. It's okay, guys. Y'all don't have to do anything you don't want to do. I just want you guys to have fun. I want you guys to enjoy yourselves. Across the board scores. Charles did ask for this once. Let's get it. Sorry to have to make you ask for it twice there, my friend. Give me one quick moment here. Yeah, it's gonna give me a hard time. One moment. Quick adjustment. Cool. Okay, scores across the NFL at the bottom of the screen, folks. Scores across the NFL, the Detroit Lions and the Kansas City Chiefs right now. This game is 6-3 as we enter the second quarter. Buffalo has not played yet. Chicago has not played yet, so we are going to move this over to the games that have happened. Thursday Night Football, the New York Giants in a huge upset did end up getting the win over the Philadelphia Eagles, 34-17. If we look over to this morning's game, 11-13, a very low-scoring game here for these Denver Broncos, but they did manage to get the win. Arizona Cardinals will fall to the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts doing a fantastic job this season, 31-17. 31-17 for these Indianapolis Colts. Taking a look over here, the Cleveland Browns fell to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Pittsburgh, they did get the win here, 23-9. And then, of course, the Dallas Cowboys did fall today, 23-30. Tough loss to the Carolina Panthers. Walk-off field goal to win it for Carolina. Okay, guys, LA Chargers managed to beat on a walk-off field goal. Even better situation, though, against the Miami Dolphins. They had 5 seconds left after that kick right there. LA Chargers will win 29-27. LA Rams 17-3 over the Baltimore Ravens. A good win for LA. Doesn't say much, though, because the Baltimore Ravens playing without quarterback, and they've just been struggling this season. Baltimore Ravens don't look like themselves. New England Patriots over here. The Patriots and the Saints, 25-19. Patriots got the win on the road. Jacksonville Jaguars at home will lose to the Seattle Seahawks, 20-12. And the Tennessee Titans managed to lose to the Las Vegas Raiders. Couple more scores across the league, guys, but we're back to the action. So here comes the first play of the second quarter. Jared Goff waiting for the snap under center. Here is the snap. There is the handoff to the right-hand side. David Montgomery breaks through. He will get past the 30-yard line, inside the 30, down at about the 28. A good, strong run there of 13 yards for David Montgomery. This will bring up a first down. Detroit Lions, first down. Country asking, what is your Twitch account name? Football Nation. I mean, it's Football Nation is Football Nation, man. You'll find me out there. If you're having trouble finding it, there are links in the description down below. There's also a link on my YouTube page somewhere. There's a link on my website if you go to www.footballnationusa.com. 14 minutes and 20 seconds. Here's the snap and a handoff to the right-hand side on 1st and 10. David Montgomery going to get a big gain once again. This time going to move the football from the 29 out to the 23. A 6-yard pickup, 2nd down and 4. 2nd down and 4 coming up right now. Goff is underrated, says Melissa Hallam. What up, Melissa? Thank you for checking in. Lions, hard run, says Hulk Hogan. All right. So David Montgomery picked up 6 yards on that run to the right-hand side, 2nd down and 4. 13 minutes and 45 seconds on the game clock. 5 seconds left on the play clock here. There's the snap. Goff going to wind up and throw. Amon-Ra St. Brown makes the catch in the backfield, tries to juke a man. Can't get the win right there as Leo Chenal pushes him out of bounds. Great job defensively there by this Chiefs team. It'll be a 1-yard pickup, making it 3rd down and 3. Good job defensively for Kansas City. Can the Detroit Lions get a banger here? Can the Detroit Lions score that tutty? Let's find out. 13 minutes left to go. Jared Goff is 100% from the field. 6 of 6 for 63 yards. Goff doing this thing again. Goff doing this thing again. Shotgun formation. Motion, Sam Laporta. Here's the snap, dropping back. Goff surveys. Goff in trouble. Will wind up and throw. The catch is made. Jamison Williams is in. Touchdown! And that's a touchdown. Detroit Lions, 6 points on the board. 6 points on the board. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow. Wonder if you guys can hear the vibrating sound of this. You probably can. You probably can, but that's okay. I want to make sure my voice doesn't blow out, dude. We got to get literal vibrations on the neck here to help keep those vocal cords from losing themselves. I got a 3rd down and 3 that just became a touchdown. So here's the extra point attempt to give the Lions the 4-point lead. Here's the extra point attempt to give the Lions the 4-point lead. Looks like someone's going to be sat down defensively here for the Kansas City Chiefs on the sideline. That was fast, says Micah Kimbrough. Is Gibbs injured? That wasn't Jahmyr Gibbs. I don't think so. I think they're just taking turns on drives. I think they're taking turns on sequences, which makes sense for the Detroit Lions. You keep fresh legs every time. The extra point attempt, the kick is up. The extra point attempt is good, and the score is 10-6. The score is 10-6. Let's reset this here. Let's reset this there. Reset. Change of possession. We'll stop the clock as well. 12 minutes and 49 seconds left to go. We'll add a little more time on here, too. Okay. When we get back, we'll have a kickoff now. I'm rooting for the Lions, says Twana. What's going on? Abdul in the house. Robert saying, let's go, Lions. Let's see. Eat some Jolly Ranchers. Not healthy, but keeps the voice not dry, says TRT Nola. We're doing sugar-free the Ricolas, because that's probably the best thing that I could do. Let's see. TM, you are my good luck charm, says John Jackson. Okay, y'all. Can you hear that right now? RK saying, you look so dumb doing that to your neck. But you know what's not dumb? The fact that you look so dumb still watching this live stream. 1st and 10 coming up right now. RK. Oh, man. Oh, no, Mario, says Curry. It's all right. We're good right now. Let's see. Almost 11 hours broadcasting. Yeah, man, this has been – we actually did just hit 11 hours. Santino did the first game right there. But I'm not just doing football, man. We're doing baseball as well. We are doing baseball as well. Have you talked to your doctor? Doctor? What's that? You go to the doctor? You go to the doctor? What do I look like? Some kind of rich guy? Honey lemon tea? Yeah, definitely. Thank you, Wesley. Oh, no, we'll keep going on. We'll keep doing what we're doing right now. It's been a long day, guys. When do you cover hockey? It would only be during hockey playoffs, Maroon Commando. Only be during the playoffs right now. Okay. Let's see. I'm scared of the Mercedes-Benz turf, says Falcons fan. That's your stadium, Falcons fan. He's talking about the Mercedes-Benz arena there and how they use turf and how it's been taking players out, just getting hurt left and right. A boat's a boat, but a box could be anything. It could even be a boat. There's our boy Stephen Laurel in the house. What's going on, Stephen? Welcome in, bro. High fives to you, bro. Stephen in the house. Wife is a nurse. That's true, Courtney. Let's see. Thanks for hanging out there all day. It's been a long day, Christopher. It's been a long day. It's been a good day, too. We hit 50,000 subscribers today. Thank you, McMuffin. Thank you, McMuffin. I feel that. Okay, you guys are too kind, man. You guys are too kind. Y'all don't care about me, though. Y'all are here to catch this football game, so let me give you guys what y'all are here for. Here comes the kickoff. The Kansas City Chiefs going to get the football back. I didn't even change. Oh, I had changed the possession arrow already. Fred, no, but I will talk about the game that I'm doing tomorrow in a few moments. Here's the kickoff return out to about the 31-yard line. 1st and 10 now coming up for the Kansas City Chiefs. Steven, if you're still in the chat, bro, who are you playing this week in fantasy football? He's also in my fantasy football league with Courtney and with Lucinda and with Robert and with Country Kisses and with some of the moderators on the channel. Save some for the Commander, says Roy Williams. It normally takes me like 3 hours to get my voice back to normal. I just like to push, man. We step on the gas here. 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line. Motion on the field. Here's Marquise Hollywood Brown on the move, and Mahomes will take the snap. He will pump fake. He will get wrapped up. He will break a tackle. He will wind up and throw, and the catch is made by Marquise Hollywood Brown on the opposite side of the field. What? He was running to the right side of the field, made the catch on the left-hand side. He was the motion man, and he made the grab. That's going to be good for a big first down. 20-yard pickup, first down, Kansas City. So a 20-yard catch right there for Marquise Hollywood Brown. Gonna move the football out to the Detroit 49 across midfield. Shotgun formation, Isaiah Pacheco and Mahomes in the backfield together. Waiting for the snap here is Mahomes across midfield at the 49. He takes it. He looks left. He will wind up and throw. The catch is made by Noah Gray. Noah Gray tries a little shake and bake. He will not get too much farther, though, from the initial spot of the catch. 2nd down and 4 coming up now. A 6-yard pickup. A 6-yard pickup right now. Matt Steve saying turf tastes better than plastic. Y'all remember that joke that I said last week? Why is grass better than turf? Because you can't smoke turf? Just a joke, just a joke. Clock has stopped with 11:41, ladies and gentlemen. Clock has stopped with 11:41. Looks like there is an injured Detroit Lion player on the field right now. 2nd down and 4. 2nd down and 4 when we get back from the commercial break. Looks like an injury timeout has been called. Arrowhead is natural grass, says DJ Jean. OMG, says John Jackson. Another injury to the secondary of the Detroit Lions, who has absolutely nothing left in the tank. What's going on, Michael Castro? I see you out there. Charles Moore saying, yeah, the Jets are 0-6. They sure are 0-6, sir. They sure are 0-6. Just start calling the Jets Owen. It's Owen, 0-6. All right, guys, the other scores across the NFL this week. Only 2 more here that we didn't talk about. The Cincinnati Bengals lost to the Green Bay Packers 27-18, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the last game we covered on this channel got the win over the San Francisco 49ers. Those are all of your scores for today. Good to be here. Good to be live, guys. We are just shy of the next benchmark. We're trying to pick them up 1,000 at a time, man. Just trying to pick them up 1,000 at a time. Roy Williams saying your voice is good still. Yeah, dude, because even though it might not look super awesome, I'm telling you guys, if you're a vocalist, if you're a musician and you sing a lot, if you're a public speaker of any kind, if you're a YouTuber, if you use your voice a lot and you literally feel pain in here, I'm gonna see if you guys could hear the difference in the vibration in my voice. I can hear it in my headphones. You probably can't hear it there. But this helps bring blood flow to the area, and so it helps repair everything there. At first, when I heard it, guys, I was like, dude, what did the kids say? Cap, bro, cap. That's not true. That's not going to help. And then I did it, and I will never not do it after a live stream. When I've got these triple headers at the end of the day, you bet your bottom dollar I'm going to be stuck there with this thing on my neck for like, I don't know, 15 minutes out there. Javen Mason asking who is injured out there. It is Kirby Joseph who is injured out there. That is an issue. That is an issue. Kirby Joseph is injured, and that could be a big problem here for the Detroit Lions because they have nothing left. Taking a quick look here, looking at Kirby Joseph. They don't have another free safety. They don't have another free safety. Lawrence Strickland is out. Daniel Thomas is on IR. They've got maybe Grant Stewart. That's literally their last free safety. Here's the 2nd down and 4. Patrick Mahomes will take the snap. He'll get wrapped up by Campbell and slammed down to the ground. That'll be a 1-yard pickup. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 4. 3rd down and 4. Okay. They're going to call that no gain. Okay. Mariners versus Blue Jays, middle of the 4th, 0-1. Blue Jays are leading. Okay, Falcons fan, let's go, bro. Why shine? Thank you so much for that positive reinforcements there. Shotgun formation. This time on 3rd and 4 from the 43-yard line, Mahomes will take the snap and hands this over to Kareem Hunt, who tries to turn away from the challenge. Players pushing each other around. Officials having to break up a bit of a pile here. Not going to be enough for a first down. It's a 2-yard pickup. 4th down and 2. The clock is still ticking right now, so the clock is hot. But it does bring up a 4th down and 2, and the Kansas City Chiefs are lined up to go for it here, guys. From the Detroit 41, 4th down and 2. Go for it or nah. You guys say go. Cornell Evans said go. 4th and 2. 4th and 2. Here's the snap. Here's the handoff. It's going to be a pickup. Enough from Kareem Hunt. It's good. First down, Kansas City. First down for the Kansas City Chiefs. Kirby Joseph putting no weight on that leg. That minty mint. I don't know how Kirby Joseph hurt himself on that play. I'm watching it again. I don't see him how he got hurt on that one. Either way, 1st and 10 coming up this time. 38-yard line. Across midfield in Lions territory. It's going to be a couple of tosses here. Patrick Mahomes will then scramble with it. He gets out past the 30, gives himself up at about the 28-yard line. First down picked up here by the Kansas City Chiefs. Okay. Enaju, did Mahomes score the rush? No. Njau? Not sure how to pronounce your name, but no. Mahomes did not score the rush. All of the stats are on the right-hand side. The only person to score a touchdown today is Xavier Worthy. He's tucked away. He's hiding down there on the very bottom right-hand side of your screen. Here's a snap and a handoff on 1st and 10 after the Mahomes first down. This is going to be a 1-yard, maybe a 2-yard gain from Isaiah Pacheco. 2nd down and 8. The clock is still ticking. The clock is still ticking. Let's go all the way back up and make a quick adjustment here. By the way, if those numbers look too small for you guys, again, you can always put your fingers on the screen and zoom on in. It will help. It will help. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, a 2nd down and 8 with 8 minutes and 25 seconds left to go in the first half of this football game. Patrick Mahomes will take the snap from the 27-yard line. He's in trouble. He will fumble. He will fumble the football. It's recovered by Mahomes himself. Oh, my gosh. He dropped the football. Aiden Hutchinson forced the fumble. Mahomes recovers it himself at the 36-yard line. Good job getting the pressure to Patrick Mahomes. It makes it a 3rd down and 18 now. 3rd down and 18. Mahomes had to throw himself down on top of that one quickly. Oh, man. Oh, man. Here we go. Where is Thornton, says Dawson. No Tyquan Thornton just yet. That's not to say we won't see him. Here's a 3rd down and 18. A windup and a throw. Juju Smith-Schuster takes this one back on 3rd and 18. We'll pick up 17 of those yards. It's a 4th down and 1. Go for it or no. Another 4th down situation inside the red zone. Do they try their luck twice? Do they try their luck twice? 4th down and 1 with 7:07 left to go. Wow, says Mad Steve. 4th down and 1. Steve saying no. Marva saying go. Batron saying take the field goal, take the points. Timeout going to be called here with 7:01 left to go. 7:01 left to go in this football game. Excuse me, 7:01 left to go in the first half of this football game. Stefan saying take the points. Scott saying go for it. Larry saying stop. Ray saying tush push. Brent Moore saying no. And Zolua saying go for it. Rocky's Wisdom saying go Lions. Scott Williams saying first down Chiefs. Parker saying it's going to be an interception. They are in the middle of a timeout. A timeout has been called here. Timeout has been called here, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like the Kansas City Chiefs wanted to talk about the play. It is a big 4th down. So the choice to go for it, trailing by 4 here. Shotgun formation from the 19-yard line. First down and 1. Isaiah Pacheco to the left of Mahomes. Mahomes will take the snap. He fakes to the left. He goes to the right. He is in trouble. He's going to have to throw. He winds up, throws. It's incomplete, broken up. And that's going to be a first down, Detroit Lions. A turnover on downs. The decision to go for it, a bad one. A little indecisiveness in the backfield on that play from Patrick Mahomes. Very unlike him. Will result in a turnover on downs. The Chiefs went for it on the 20-yard line, on the 19-yard line, and the Kansas City Chiefs will give the football up. All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome to this live stream. Thanks for hanging in here. Thanks for being live with us. Let's effing go, says Gerard Fonotti. By the way, y'all, this channel is definitely a I want to say it's a family-friendly channel. We do have a couple chops in there. I try to be as professional as possible. But, you know, we do drop our adult references from time to time. This channel, Football Nation, our logo, the FN. If you guys want to be a part of this, just drop a simple let's FN go. That's what we say, man. Let's FN go. Just like Irecani just dropped that right there, saying let's FN go. Here it is. That's why this channel says that. Okay. How about them Cowboys, says Rocky's Wisdom. Tough loss for us today, man. Tough loss for us. Legendary Bro saying the Chiefs are coming back. I'm back for Game 2. I appreciate you, Mario. What up, Obi-Wan Kenobi? Welcome in. We're here for Game 4 of the day now. Mikey Nice saying, and I hope I pronounced your name correctly, Chiefs not even going to the playoffs this year, he says. Let's effing go, says Cornell. Let's effing go, says Darkside. You guys get the assignment now. Let's effing go, Lions, says Glenn. Let's effing go, baby. That's what we're talking about. That's literally the theme song of this channel, guys. Let's effing go. You're watching Football Nation. I hope you are enjoying yourselves tonight. I am your host. My name is Mario. If you guys have any questions for me, feel free to @Football Nation like Parker Kilgerman did. It will catch my eye. Big bright colors in the chat tend to grab my eye out there. Coach John Leonard, thanks for checking in. Matt Farms, Tunchi, what's going on? I see y'all out there. I love it. Everything Amish advertising saying first time watching, let's effing go. Love it, dude. Let's go. Oh, man. Okay, so commercial break right now. We just witnessed a turnover on downs. Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs decided to go for it on 4th down. They were unsuccessful on the attempt. Unsuccessful on the attempt right there. Lil Marie going to stick with the original, not changing a single thing. Here we go. All right, y'all, 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Here is Jahmyr Gibbs to the right-hand side. He will pick up 5 yards on that play. 2nd down and 5. The clock will be hot. I'm stepping away from the chat, folks. I am stepping away from the chat. Mikey, I played soccer in high school. I did play soccer in high school, but there was too much cardio, so I ended up switching over to theater, bro. That's where I get my public speaking abilities, I suppose, if you want to call it those. Chiefs stumbling and bumbling, says Russ. Here we go, 2nd down and 5 after that 5-yard pickup. Football to the 25 for the Detroit Lions. An I formation, a handoff to Gibbs. Gibbs to the left-hand side gets stuffed quickly there. Leo Chenal and Nick Bolton, the 2 linebackers, coming in to lay him down. This will bring up a 3rd down and 4 after a 1-yard gain. Good job by the linebackers there of Kansas City. Leo Chenal and Nick Bolton going to get credited both for a split tackle there. Good job by the linebackers keeping an eye on that play. It's definitely a team tackle. Well done. 3rd down and 4 coming up. This time from the 26-yard line. Shotgun formation. Jared Goff waits for it. Motion from Isaac Tesla at the top of the screen. Goff doing his thing right now, waiting for that snap. Here it is. Goff looking right towards Tesla. He steps into the pocket, changes his mind. He's on a scramble. Goff does not run very often, but when he does, it's normally a Detroit Lions first down. First down for Jared Goff right there. It was a 3rd down and 4. A 7-yard scramble will move the chains. Good job to improvise there. Goff took the snap. He started looking over to that right-hand side. Didn't see anything he liked. felt the pocket start to crumble, but saw a gap out to his left-hand side. Decided to go for it. Jahmyr Gibbs, his buddy in the backfield, gives him a block on the left-hand side, allowing Goff to pick up that first down. 5 minutes left to go. Good block upfield for Goff. An I formation. Gibbs, fantastic job doing more than just running the football. Here he is just running the football. He goes up the middle, gets past the 45, just shy of the 50 at the 48-yard line. A 15-yard pickup, and another Detroit Lions first down. First down for the Lions. Back-to-back pickups now. Goff is the man, says Glenn. Good game tonight, says Cornell. Sure is, dude. It sure is. First down again, says John Jackson. It is a first down again. 1st and 10 from the 48-yard line. Jared Goff in an I formation once again. Sam Laporta was a bit of a motion man right here. Here's a snap and a handoff. It's going to be to the right-hand side. It looks like a 1 yard. Oh, it looked like just a 1 yard gain, but Gibbs did not give up on the play. He heard no whistle. And just like Randy Marsh, I didn't hear no bell. Kept running right there. Picked up 6 yards. 2nd down and 4. He got stuffed initially, but he didn't hear no bell. And he decided to keep going. Ran out to the right-hand side. Picked up 6 yards across midfield at the 46-yard line. 2nd down. A 2nd down and 4. 46-yard line. Single back formation. Gibbs still in on the play right now. Actually, that looks like David Montgomery with the arm tape. Here's a play action. Goff in trouble. Will throw that at the feet of Montgomery. He was the intended receiver there. Goff going to get away with it. Also going to get rid of it on 2nd down and 4. This brings up a 3rd down and 4. 3:26 left to go here in the first half. 3:26 left to go here in the first half. You forgot about all those tied games. Been a few, says KD Espresso. There are a couple tied games. We did see a couple tied games this season already. We did see a couple, right? Well, definitely a couple upsets. Just maybe the Cowboys. Was there another tie? Am I tripping? I think the Cowboys is the only tie this season. 3rd down and 4, a shotgun formation. Here's the snap and the handoff. David Montgomery in on the play. Will pick up about 2 yards. It'll bring up a 4th down and 2 in no man's land at the 44-yard line. This would be a 62-yard field goal. Dan Campbell, I see him doing this. It's 4th down and 2, and Dan Campbell, you know him, man. You know him. 4th down and 2, go for it or not. I think they're going to go for it. Dan Campbell has no quit. Dan Campbell has no quit. Whether or not it's going to be the right choice, we'll find out. 4th down and 2 from the 44-yard line, shotgun formation. Jared Goff doing this thing right here. Here is the snap. The blitz coming in. Goff will wind up and throw. The pass is dropped. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the intended receiver. And the result of the play is a turnover on downs. Sounds familiar, doesn't it, Chiefs fans? It's now the Chiefs football, though. 1st and 10 for Kansas City at the 44. Okay. 4th down and 2. The Detroit Lions decided to go for it on 4th down. Turnover on downs. 1st down, Kansas City. And the Chiefs will get the football in great field position. Great field position here for the Kansas City Chiefs. Both teams are leaving points on the field, says Micah Kimbrough. They are, dude. They are. Darn, says TM Martin. Yeah, we couldn't do much with Goff. Goff is fantastic, man. I do like Jared Goff, but, you know, okay, we looked at the schedule already. We didn't get to look at a lot of the head-to-head comparisons, guys. These are the two quarterbacks, just heads up. Just straight up, the two quarterbacks compared side by side. Taking a look here, this season, Patrick Mahomes coming into today's game, 1,257 passing yards. Jared Goff, 1,187. About 100 more passing yards, about 80 more passing yards here for Patrick Mahomes. 70. I can't math right now. 70 passing yards more for Patrick Mahomes. Rushing yards, big advantage for Mahomes. Jared Goff did just scramble, and that puts him at about 20 rushing yards now for the season. Total touchdowns, Goff with one more total touchdown. Both guys have thrown 2 interceptions. Goff has been sacked 8 times this season. Completion percentage is 75%, passer rating of 120. Meanwhile, Mahomes a passer rating of 93. Okay. Looking at that, let's move on. Defensively, both of these teams have now come up with a fourth down stop. Both of these teams have now come up with a fourth down stop. The Detroit Lions defense is battered and bruised. I'm going to let you guys take a look at these numbers here. I'm going to let you guys take a quick look at these numbers here, and I'm going to list off to you. I'm going to do this again, guys. Y'all who were with me at the start of this game, thank you. Thank you. My wife bringing me sparkling soda water. I love it. Thanks. Okay. Love you. All right, guys. So, injuries to the Detroit Lions defense. By the way, this defense doing really well. Top 12 in every single category. Top 3 in turnovers forced and sacks. But Mekhi Wingo out. Alim McNeill out. Marcus Davenport out. Josh Pascal out. Malcolm Rodriguez out. Zach Cunningham out. Terrion Arnold out. Avonte Maddox out. Khalil Dorsey IR. Ezekiel Turner IR. Dan Jackson IR. Daniel Thomas IR. DJ Reed IR. Ennis Rakestraw IR. And we just saw Kirby Joseph go down as well. Here is the opening play on this drive for the Chiefs. Looks like it'll be a loss of a yard or no gain here. Patrick Mahomes opening up and throwing this one over to the left-hand side. Catch made by Isaiah Pacheco. Second down. Okay. So second down and 10 coming up. I see you guys out there in the chat area trying to look out for me. I appreciate y'all. Here comes a second and 10. Shotgun formation, motion on the field. Waiting for the snap. Mahomes takes it against the four-man rush. A wind-up and a pitch. The catch is made. That's a big throw, a big catch, and that is Marquise Hollywood Brown, who takes it out to about the 45-yard line. Oh, my goodness. What a grab. A big first down here for Kansas City. First and 10, actually at the Detroit 42 is what it says. This takes us to the 2-minute warning, stops the clock, and when we get back from the 2-minute warning, it'll be a first and 10 at the Detroit 42. That's 15 guys hurt. LOL. Lions need a bye. They definitely need more than that, man. That's a ton, David Bacco. That's a ton. Country Kisses got someone on the bench right now. Where is Tyquan Thornton? Ask Legendary Bro. He is on the side of a milk carton. Have you seen this person? Have you seen this man? I'm here for the halftime quiz, says Russell Field. Let's go, Russell Field. You ready for this halftime quiz? All new. All new halftime quiz. Man, I got to clean up this confetti today. Before I go to bed after this live stream, I definitely got to do that. Country Kisses. Yeah, guys, let's keep things football related here. Saying, y'all, this ain't a dating chat. It's not a dating chat. Quiz is awesome, says Brad. I hope so, man. I hope you guys have fun. Pats run for the win. Okay, guys, 2-minute warning. This is, I wasted a lot of time in this 2-minute warning. Who is your favorite team in the NFL? Go. Who is your favorite team in the NFL? And go. Waiting for these to come in right now. I think there's about a 20-second delay. There we go. Little head saying the 49ers. 49ers got a matchup against the Falcons next week. I see the Jets checking in from Irikani. The Jets have a game against the Carolina Panthers next week. The Panthers just beat my Dallas Cowboys. Jets just fell today to these Denver Broncos. Brianna checking in for the Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City Chiefs next week have a matchup against the Las Vegas Raiders. I see Sandra out there. How about them Dallas Cowboys? A matchup at 325 next week in Week 7 versus those Washington Commanders. I see the Philadelphia Eagles out here. Eagles versus the Minnesota Vikings in Minnesota. Who else is out here in the chat repping their team right now? I see Seattle in the house. Seattle checking in right now. Seattle. Oh, that's right. Monday Night Football. Primetime slot, 9 p.m. West Coast game for Seattle. How about those How about the New York Giants? New York Giants got the Denver Broncos. I've got up here, we've got this matchup. Should be an easy win for Chicago at home, but we'll see. Cardinals, I see Cardinals from Mike Gee. Mike Gee dropping in. Tough matchup for the Cardinals versus the Green Bay Packers. Let's see how they handle this one. New Orleans Saints got that matchup versus the Bears. Sorry for saying that, Why Shine. Here we go. 42-yard line. Coming back from the commercial break after the 2-minute warning, a run to the right-hand side. Isaiah Pacheco going to put the head down, runs into a man, 2-yard pickup. This brings up 3rd down and 8. Nathan checked in for the Cleveland Browns. Sorry, guys, didn't get a chance to read all of those. I do apologize. That was the 2-minute warning. We'll get another one. Shotgun formation, 2nd down and 8, a windup and a throw. The catch is made. Travis Kelce is there. He will pick up 8 yards. That's a 1st down, Kansas City. And the Chiefs will pick up a 1st down. 1st and 10, the clock stays hot, 1:27 on the board. I found my Rams fan in the stream, says Wesley. You got one out there? You got a buddy? Always good to have a buddy to rock with. Football is more fun with friends, man. Football is more fun with friends. Cough drop. Running out of cough drops here. 1st and 10. There's the snap. Looking to the left-hand side. Changes his mind. Will throw right, overthrowing everybody. That pass on 1st and 10 is incomplete. 2nd down and 10 coming up for Kansas City. Let's go Chiefs, says Andrea. Falcons fan saying top of the 6th. 0-1 Blue Jays leading the Mariners. Ooh, that's a good game. It's an 0-1 game right now. That's a good one. That's a good one. Okay. Looks like about 1 minute here left to go. The incomplete pass stopped the clock. That's on mine. That's on me, guys. Incomplete pass stopped the clock. 2nd down and 10 coming up. Here's the snap. Mahomes from the 32-yard line will wind up and throw, and dropping the pass is Travis Kelce. 3rd down and 10 now coming up. 3rd down, and these Kansas City Chiefs, they got to convert right now. The Chiefs can't go on the way that they're going on. They do not want to be 2-4. They got to win this game, but the Detroit Lions know that they've got a tough schedule ahead, and Detroit wants to get this win right now. It'll probably be, no offense to Chiefs fans, but possibly the easiest matchup that they've got over the next couple weeks here. 3rd and 10, shotgun formation. Tyquan Thornton is on the move right here. Mahomes looking that way. He's going to air it out. Overshooting Travis Kelce. Kelce looking for the flag. The laundry is going to come in. There is a flag on the play, and that's probably going to be a DPI against the Detroit Lions. Pass interference, defense, it is. There's the flag. Pass interference, Detroit Lions on the defense. This is going to be a spot foul, automatic 1st down, 1st and 10 at the Detroit 18-yard line. 1st down for the Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down for the Kansas City Chiefs, and we are now inside the red zone. From the 18-yard line right now, yes, the refs just saved my parlay, says Bicorf. The refs just saved your parlay, says Bicorf. 54 seconds here left to go. Here's the snap from the 18. Mahomes to the right-hand side will wind up and throw. The catch is made down at the 1. Oh, man, Travis Kelce 1 yard shy of pay dirt. That's good for a 1st down. It becomes 1st and goal now. The clock is ticking. 37 seconds here left to go. I can't believe that he could not find his way in right now. A quick catch on that play from Mahomes. He finds Travis Kelce on the run. Kelce makes the catch. He is brought down by Yasin. Brought down by Yasin. And it ends up being a 1st and goal. Someone needs to call a timeout. They're adding 40 seconds on the clock. 1st and goal timeout was called here. Detroit, they forced the Detroit Lions to use a timeout. They forced the Detroit Lions to use a timeout with 40 seconds left to go. Okay, 1st and goal at the 1 yard line. Drop him on his head. That's exactly what happened, CMC you later. They definitely dropped him on his head. So 1st and goal. Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs lining up here for a 1 yard quick work. Quick work right now. Let's see if Kansas City can get in on this 1st and goal. They have 2 timeouts remaining. This current drive has been a pretty good one. Timeout called by the Detroit Lions. This current drive has been a pretty good one. 7 plays, 54 yards, 2 minutes here. 1st and goal. 1 yard out, looking for the touchdown here. Isaiah Pacheco is the man in the backfield. Mahomes waits for the snap. He takes it. He fakes it. He keeps. He gets in. Sticks the arm out. Scores the touchdown. Touchdown. Patrick Mahomes. Touchdown, Kansas City Chiefs. And so the Chiefs will put 6 points on the board. There's a flag on the play. It's an offsides on the defense. The penalty is declined, and the result of the play will be a touchdown. Okay, 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. A Patrick Mahomes keep. Nice. He found some space and got it. He found some space and got it. Well done. So, Patrick Mahomes will score the touchdown. Curtis wanted that Pacheco up the middle. Here is the extra point attempt. The kick is up, and the kick is good, and the score is now 13-10. All right, guys. Where are my Kansas City Chiefs fans? Where are my Kansas City Chiefs fans on this live stream? Kansas City, where you at? The Lions definitely, defense is trash, says Zodiac. The Lions defense is trash, says Zodiac. Here we go. Andrea saying here. What's up, Andrea? She's saying here. Amy saying Kansas City. Jana saying, dang, guys, these quarterbacks shouldn't have to do it all. They are doing it all. Not going to get a chance to read all of these, but I see y'all checking in real quick. Ati saying Chiefs. Holla, says Desmond. Holla, 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 holla. What up, Desmond? Sandra saying here, the score should be 17-13 right now. Well, that's just the way it is, Curry. My fault? I guess not my fault. Let's effing go, Chiefs, says Dete. What up, man? OMG, OMG, OMG. Let's see. I see I am here right now. John Leonard saying that JT's mom is a Chiefs fan. Let's go for the Kansas City Chiefs fans in here. Where y'all at, gent? Okay, all right. Let me get myself back to realness right now. Kansas City did just take a 3-point lead. But it is just a 3-point lead. I'm ecstatic. I'm elated to see so many Chiefs fans in the chat. I'm also really excited to have this many Detroit Lions fans in the chat. We have covered a lot of Detroit sports here, from the Detroit Pistons during the basketball season to the Detroit Tigers and now the Detroit Lions. So Detroit, I got some love for you guys. I'm glad that y'all are here with me tonight. Okay. Taking a quick look at the chat one more time. They are not here. This is Lions Football Nation, says Abdul Malik. What up, Abdul? Thank you, Micah Kimbrough. Man, I'll tell you what, bro. We're getting close to hitting that wall, but for now, we're still going strong. How did Travis not score, said Aiden. Dude, he got flipped on his head. He straight up went and reached out for it, got flipped over, just a yard short. Courtney saying, go to 51,000. We got to 51, Court. That means we picked up 1,000 today. Dave saying 37 seconds equals 5 to 7 plays. It's really funny. There was a comedian that says, when your wife or your girlfriend says that it's going to be 5 minutes, she's not lying. Take her that it is going to be 5 minutes. But it's 5 minutes in the fourth quarter with the 2-minute warning left. Both teams have all 3 timeouts, and it's a tied game. So, yes, it will take 5 minutes. You're not wrong. But just think of it in football time. Shout out to the beautiful ladies watching this live stream. Sorry for taking a jab right there. I just thought that was a really fun. It wasn't my joke. It wasn't my joke. It was a different comedian's. I just felt like I would relay that. Okay, y'all. Here comes the kickoff now. Here comes the kickoff. The Chiefs did just score the touchdown. Here is the return out to the 10, the 15, the 20, the 25, the 30, down at the 32-yard line. It's 1st and 10 with 33 seconds here left to go. Okay. With 33 seconds here left to go. I knew that was going to happen. Okay. Let's grab a quick seat because the halftime break is coming up. Y'all don't go anywhere for halftime. Stick around. Stick around. Stick around. 1st and 10 becomes, well, we're going to get it right now. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Jared Goff doing his favorite thing right here. Jared Goff doing this thing, this motion. 33 seconds on the clock. Goff takes the snap. A 4-man rush comes in. Sam Laporta on the other side of that pass takes that one out to about the 37-yard line. 2nd down and 5. A 5-yard pickup here. A 5-yard pickup out to the 37 is where I see the football being placed. 28 seconds left to go as Sam Laporta is wise and runs out towards the sideline, stopping the clock. Jared Goff struggling today, less than 100 passing yards, only 90 passing yards for Jared Goff. He's 8 of 10 right now. 8 of 10. Waiting for the snap. Motion from Amon-Ra St. Brown going to the bottom of the screen this time. Another four-man rush coming in. St. Brown running through some contact here. There was definitely a lot of contact shy of that throw. No flag by the officials. The clock stays hot. So that play in between the hashes, and final timeout going to be called right now. Final timeout going to be called right now by the Detroit Lions. So Detroit taking the last one. Dete saying that Goff is tired right now. Who gets the football at half? Asked Clash. Clash, if you were here at the start of the game, my friend, you would know. No, Clash, it's going to be Kansas City Chiefs football because the opening kickoff and the opening drive for the Detroit Lions took 10 whole minutes. The Chiefs didn't get the football until 5 minutes left in the first quarter. Just facts. Mario's got the ball, says Courtney. No PI, gamer guy. No PI. 3rd down and 2. Motion on the field. Jared Goff waiting for the snap. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Looks like it is Jahmyr Gibbs in the backfield with him right now. Goff doing this motion again. Here's the snap. He drops into that pocket. Clean pocket. Now he steps out of it. A wind up and a throw. Miscue there. 4th down and 2 coming up. I don't think Campbell's going for it now. Incomplete pass, 4th down and 2. Okay, let's go. Motor City saying you got a great halftime show. We sure do, man. Thanks for acknowledging, Motor City DJ. Thanks for acknowledging, my friend. Okay, so looks like 17 seconds left to go. The Detroit Lions are about to punt to the Kansas City Chiefs. There is the kick. This one going to go way back. This will not be returned at the 16-yard line. 10 seconds left to go. I expect Kansas City to take a knee here. I do. Vault checking in. Vault de map. I couldn't even read that. Let's see. Let's make sure that I've got the right trivia quiz set up. I think I do. Maybe Kirby Joseph is okay. Kirby Joseph is running it out on the sideline, guys. Kirby Joseph might be checking back into this game right now. He's still on the sideline. He is questionable at the moment. 1st and 10 from the 11. It's going to be a knee, and this will take us to halftime. All right, guys, halftime getting started. Let's start the clock here. When we get back from halftime, it will be Kansas City Chiefs football once again. They will be receiving the kickoff, but we've got 13 minutes until then. So for the next 13 minutes, I hope you guys stick with me. We've got our halftime trivia quiz. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for trivia, and we are going to have some fun. I'm going to ask y'all 10 questions about these two teams. You guys do your best to try to answer them. There are no penalties for wrong answers. Let's just have some fun with this one. Starting with question number 1, guys. Easy question. What state do the Kansas City Chiefs play their home games in? What state do the Kansas City Chiefs play their home games in? Do they play in Kansas? Do they play in Arkansas? Or do they play in Missouri? Clash, Robert, you guys sure about that answer out here? Is it Kansas? Is it Arkansas? Or is it Missouri? Think about that one. You may want to amend your answers here. The answer is Missouri. They play in Kansas City, Missouri at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium, commonly known as Arrowhead Stadium. All right, guys. Okay, I hope you guys got that one right. Let's move on to question number 2. Question number 2. Okay, everyone, here comes another easy one. This should be an easy one for y'all. What is the name of the Detroit Lions mascot? Is it A, King? Is it B, Rory? Or is it C, Leo? Which of these 3 names belongs to the mascot of the Detroit Lions? A, B, or C? What is the name of the Detroit Lions mascot? I will have you know, ladies and gentlemen, I will have you know that the Lions mascot is named Rory. His name is Rory. He's been the team's mascot since 2011 and has been a key part to this, I guess, fandom of the Detroit Lions, but definitely not a player on the field or the 12th man. Here's question 13. Who was leading the Kansas City Chiefs in receptions entering Week 6? Entering Week 6, who had the most receptions for the Kansas City Chiefs? Was it A, Tyquan Thornton? Was it B, Marquise Hollywood Brown? Or was it C, Travis Kelce? A, B, or C? Who had the most targets, not targets, but actual catches? Well, guys, the answer is actually Marquise Hollywood Brown. Now, Tyquan Thornton has the most receiving yards, but not the most receptions. Marquise Brown first with 26, Travis Kelce second with 22, and Juju Smith-Schuster third with 16. Tyquan Thornton just making huge catches. All right, guys. When did Dan Campbell become the head coach of the Detroit Lions? Was it A, 2019? Was it B, 2020? Or was it C, 2021? When did head coach Dan Campbell become the head coach of the Detroit Lions? Was it A, B, or C? You guys have a few seconds left here. What do you think the answer is? The answer to this one is Charlie. He has been the head coach of the Detroit Lions since 2021, and since then, he has led the Lions to their first winning season since 2017. Back in 2022, they finished 9-8. He guided the Lions to an 8-2 start in the 2023 season, and they won the NFC Division North title in 2023 as well. All right, guys, Rashee Rice is coming back next game after his 6-week suspension for doing what? I'll read that one more time. Rashee Rice is coming back from his 6-game suspension after having done what? Was it A, sports betting? Was it B, performance-enhancing drugs? Or was it C, reckless driving? What happened to Rashee Rice that got him suspended for 6 games? The answer was reckless driving, ladies and gentlemen. He did get in trouble. He was here in a multi-chain crash with multiple vehicles. That was just in March of 2024. That also happened here in Dallas, Texas. He also pled guilty to 2 third-degree felony charges. But he's back. All right, guys. The Lions are one of how many teams that have yet to play in a Super Bowl? Lions have never been. How many other teams have never been? Is it 4? Is it 5? Or is it 6? 4, 5, or 6. How many teams have never been to a Super Bowl? This is less about the Lions and more about the NFL. Should be one that y'all should know, but if you don't know, now you know. Here we go, guys. The answer is 4. The Detroit Lions, the Houston Texans, the Jacksonville Jaguars, and the Cleveland Browns. Now, the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars have been around since the 2000s, so they have an excuse. The Browns are the Browns. What's your excuse, Detroit? Here we go. Question number 7. Who is the Chiefs' all-time leading scorer? Is it A, Travis Kelce? Is it B, Nick Lowry? Or is it C, Priest Holmes? Who is the Kansas City Chiefs' all-time leading scorer? A, B, or C? I saw you got it. I saw you got it, Country Kisses. Well done. The answer is B. Bravo. It is Nick Lowry. And you guys are going to be like, what? Nuh-uh. What, Cap fam? No way. Bro, the players that score the most points are kickers. And he has the most points scored ever for the Kansas City Chiefs, 1,466 points from 1980 to 1983. Here's question number 8. How many rushing touchdowns did the Lions score in the first 5 games of this season? Is it A, 6? Is it B, 7? Or is it C, 8? How many rushing touchdowns did the Lions score in the first 5 games of this season? If you were with me during the pregame, I did give you the actual numbers during the pregame. It is 8 rushing touchdowns over the first 5 weeks, guys. 4 touchdowns for Jahmyr Gibbs, 4 touchdowns for David Montgomery. That's an old photo of Jahmyr Gibbs. It's his old jersey number. So 4 and 4, it's 8. 2 more questions, y'all. I have 2 more questions for you. Question number 9. Who holds the Chiefs franchise record for the most career receiving yards? Is it A, Tony Gonzalez? Is it B, Tyreek Hill? Or is it C, Travis Kelce? Who holds the Chiefs franchise record for the most receiving yards? Tony Gonzalez, Tyreek Hill, or Travis Kelce? So the answer, as of recently, guys, it is Travis Kelce. 12,349 receiving yards for the Kansas City Chiefs. He did pass Tony Gonzalez, and so did Tyreek for that matter, but it is Kelce. All right, guys, which Lions player holds the franchise record for the most receptions in a single season? Is it A, Calvin Johnson? Is it B, Herman Moore? Or is it C, Amon-Ra St. Brown? Which Lions player holds the franchise record for the most receptions in one single season? A, B, or C? A, B, or C? Guys, the most receptions, and y'all are going to hate me for this. It actually goes to Herman Moore. You're going to hate me for this, but that is the real answer. The Detroit Lions player that holds the most in a single season is Herman Moore. 123 receptions in 95. 123 receptions in 1995. Calvin Johnson, 122 receptions in 2012. 1 reception less for Calvin Johnson than Herman Moore. Got him. That is true. That is facts. Moore had more. That's just the case. All right, guys, how'd y'all do on that trivia quiz? TM got 6 out of 10. Well done. 60% says Zach Cohn. I did poorly, says Robert Zamora. It happens. Give me some more, says Curtis Keyboards. We will have more every football game, my friend. Come back for trivia quiz week in and week out. If you guys enjoyed that, then you're in the right place. Guys, my name is Mario. Right now we are running a promotion for Rebet. It is more than just sports betting. You can do casino betting on here and use the platform for all kinds of different games. There's even like a Snoop Dogg. You can see that one right there, a Snoop Dogg game. I don't know, man. There's literally hundreds of games to choose from with Rebet. It's available in 45 of the 50 states or something like that. Click on the link in the description down below, and it will give you, it will take you to our platform where you can then decide which one makes the most sense for you. We're running multiple promotions right now, guys. Just check out the links in the description right there. I have to do the promotions here. Low-key hate doing the promotions, but if this does end up resulting in someone signing up using our links right now, I will do it every time. Thank you guys for watching this live stream. Let's cut the sound here. That is our final trivia quiz of the day. I will have a trivia quiz tomorrow for the Chicago Bears versus the Washington Commanders. It should be a good one. Okay. Andrea saying, I got 1 right. Wow, fail, says Bill Adams. 2 out of 10. That's a big fail, my friend. You got an ATM? Let's go. Get it? ATM, what's up? Cash in. Reality TV saying, Real Reality TV saying Travis Kelce. All right, guys. So I'm going to do something that I've never actually done out here. Kind of piggybacking off of what Country Kisses said earlier. She said, this is not a dating chat. But I'm going to do something funny right now. Who is your celebrity crush? Ladies, feel free to participate. As well. Who is your celebrity crush? And I know everyone's going to say it's Mario. No, it's not. You can't pick me either. Okay, who is it? Zendaya, says Corey. He came in quick with that one. Jennifer Aniston. Okay, Gal Gadot for sure. Dite saying Mario. Stacy Dash, never heard of her. DJ Jean, the classic. Jessica Rabbit. Anonymous saying Anna Kendrick. Really? Anna Kendrick. Okay. Sabrina Carpenter. Let's see. Who else? Rumi, says Wienery. Kurt Russell, says DL Freiter. Kurt Russell. I'm trying to remember who that is. I can't remember his face. Hillary Clinton, says Micah Kimbrough. Okay. Channing Tatum, says Andrea. Out of everyone in the world, that's your pick? Interesting choice, Andrea. Megan Fox, who's yours? I think my wife is watching, so I don't know if I can answer that. No, I'm kidding. Scarlett Johansson for me was like the one. But then, it changes over time. It changes over time. Janet Jackson says John Jackson. Sydney Sweeney says Austin. Has to be Lotto, says Dubsta. Hugh saying Linda Lovelance. Sam Elliott, okay. Sandra, what's going on? Matt Farms with the right answer of the day. He gets the bonus points. He says my wife. That's the right answer of the day. China Ann McLean says Kamari. Patty Mahomes saying Tate McRae. Don't know who that is. Gal Gadot for sure says not okay. Leela from Futurama. Classic. That's a classic. Okay. All right, guys. Let's step away from this one. George Michael says Laura. Let's go. Careless whispers. That's awesome. I love that you said George Michael. That's awesome. That is awesome. Okay. Let's step away from this one, fellas. Let's stop drooling on ourselves. Let's get back to the action here. And halftime is over. Time to get serious. Time to get focused. Ladies who are in the chat right now, thanks for begrudgingly sitting through that. I felt the eye rolls right now as I brought that up. But we'll move forward here and head down the road back into this game. Thanks for sticking around, ladies. Thanks for being here, fellas. Thanks for being here to everyone, each and every one of you. It's Sunday night, and we are starting the second half of this game right now. Andrea Brown, he sure is. He sure is playing. Here is the kickoff. The Lions send this back to Kansas City. Let's start this drive. The 10, the 15, the 20. Ooh, getting wrapped up here shy of the 20. Going to go down, going backwards. Goes down at the 19-yard line. Took 7 seconds off the clock with that return. It brings up a 1st and 10. The Kansas City Chiefs have the football on 1st and 10. Let's get your drive chart back up. Let's get your drive chart right back up here. 1st and 10 coming up. Chiefs are taking the W, says Epics. Let's see. Did Jax Fox punter for Detroit not punt the ball? No. I don't think so. I haven't seen a punt from the Detroit Lions. They keep going for it on 4th down and not converting. This time it's going to be a quick throw to the left-hand side. The catch was made out there, and it looks like that's going to be Smith on the catch. This will bring up a 2nd down. It seemed like an 8-yard pickup to me. I think they might call this a 1st down. That was kind of a lot. Here we go. Taking a quick look across this right here. 2nd down and inches is what they're saying. 2nd down and inches, a single back formation. Waiting for the snap right now. Mahomes will hand this over to the right-hand side. This is going to be a breakthrough here for Isaiah Pacheco. Takes it out to the 38-yard line. 14 on the board. That's 1 less minute. And I bring it up every play that I can because down and distance, time and yardage. Down, distance, yardage, time. You got to call the players. There's like 7 holy grail of things that you should be calling. This is different than watching it on TV. Obviously, if you're able to text right now, you can see that the clock is ticking, right? But there are people who aren't actually watching this, and they don't have any clue how much time is left. Here is the snap right now from the 37-yard line. A catch is made on the left-hand side. You guys were looking. No, nobody looking for Noah Gray, but Noah Gray did get it. 1st down, Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City will pick up a 1st down on that play. Noah Gray on the left-hand side, a catch of 19 yards. Moves the football out to the Detroit 44 across midfield. Big grab made right there. So here comes a new set of downs after Noah Gray makes the catch, crossing midfield at the 44. 1st and 10. 1st and 10. Pacheco wouldn't be a factor, but he's getting 1st down, says DJ Jean. Well, I mean, it was a 4th down or 2nd down in inches, so, there is that. There is a pass to, just as you mentioned it, Patrick Mahomes tried to throw that forward. It wasn't even an overhand throw. It was one of those backhanded throws that Mahomes tries to normally do, and he ended up throwing that to Isaiah Pacheco. Isaiah Pacheco couldn't catch the football on a simple toss. That's literally how I would throw the football to my nephew, so I don't hurt him. And Isaiah Pacheco couldn't make the catch. So, 2nd down and 10. Okay, 2nd down and 10. Kansas City Chiefs have the football. Pacheco in the shotgun formation next to Patrick Mahomes. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Juju Smith-Schuster on the move. Here is the snap. Winding up. Gonna pump fake here. Mahomes gonna change his mind. Throws to Kelsey. Catch is made at the 31-yard line. First down, Kansas City. And the Chiefs will pick up a big first down right there. Ooh, they might say that Kelsey used the floor here. They got the snap off, though. Doesn't matter. Flag is coming in. Mahomes on the move. There's a flag on the play. Mahomes on a scramble drill. He will pick up about 10 yards on this one. And there's a flag on the play. This is going to be a penalty on Reader. 12.5 left to go here, y'all. Penalty on DJ Reader. It's going to be an offsides. That one's going to be declined. So, flag on the play. Penalty is declined. Patrick Mahomes on the scramble will pick up 11 yards on 1st and 10, resulting in another Kansas City first down. First down for the Chiefs. Chiefs doing okay. Is Worthy in the game? He is, Tim Yoji. He is. I don't know if he's in on this play right now because the camera hasn't panned out. But the score is 13-10. A T formation here with a running back to either side of Patrick Mahomes. Here's the snap from the 20. We are at the red zone. A windup and a throw. Kareem Hunt makes the catch. The 15 stays on his feet. Gets inside the 10. It's a 1st and goal from the 9. First down, Kansas City. 1st and goal from the 9-yard line, and the Chiefs are pushing here quickly. They're going to hurry up and get back to the line of scrimmage, y'all. They're going to hurry up and get back to the line of scrimmage on 1st and goal. Actually, no, they are going to take the huddle. They are going to take the huddle here. And they break the huddle. 1st and goal. From the 9, Mahomes in a shotgun. Motion from Marquise Hollywood Brown. Mahomes will take the snap. It's an end around to Hollywood Brown. And the 5, the 4, the 3, the 2, the 1. The end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City Chiefs. And the Chiefs will score. Marquise Hollywood Brown on an end around will get 6 points for Kansas City. The score is now 19-10. And the Chiefs have the lead. It is 19-10. They had the lead. They are now doubling up the Detroit Lions points. A lot of people took the Detroit Lions today, but the Chiefs are the favorites. Okay. Do 11 minutes and 18 seconds left to go, so I'll have to fix my clock here. There's the kick. The kick is up. And with 11 minutes left to go, the Chiefs now have a 10-point lead over the Detroit Lions. The score, Kansas City 20, Detroit 10. Detroit will be getting the football here after this. It will be a kickoff. Detroit going to get it now. I just moved the marker over to the Detroit Lions. We're going to Hollywood, baby, says Scott Williams. Scott Williams saying, we going to Hollywood, baby. Okay, so it was a forward pass. It did go down as a forward pass here. Okay, Jack Fox punted for 49 yards, says Kyle Bishop. All right, guys, appreciate y'all in the community out here. Looks like I missed one punt today. I must have called it earlier and already forgot. I need Worthy for 25 yards, says Tim Yoji. Yeah, I told y'all. Dallas Cowboys, it's over, says Champ King Wren. That ball hit the ground? I don't know, Angel. I don't know. Jason still with it, saying Megan good. Okay. I don't count the Lions out yet. Mario, who do you think will win? Well, when this game started, I literally would have tossed a coin and been fine with either answer. I kid you not. I would have been fine with the coin toss. Would have taken either one. But the Detroit Lions are getting exposed because they have so many gaps in their defense right now. That defense is decimated. 15 players either out or on IR for this Detroit Lions team. They are on tired legs going all the way. Jacqueline, thank you very much. So with that being said, we're seeing Kansas City do what Kansas City is known to do and, score touchdowns, put up points. John Jackson saying exposed. Ralph saying, I'm having trouble subscribing. What's wrong? I don't know, Ralph. I don't know. MHL team saying, wow. Watch the 4-quarter. All bets are in. says Messenger. It's rigged. The scriptwriters say Kansas City. I knew it after the touchdown they stole from the Lions. Who do you want to win? Asked Jacqueline. That's a very different question, Jacqueline. That's a very different question. Honestly, that's puzzling, Jacqueline. She says, who do I want to win? I'm a Cowboys fan, and because of that, any help we can get in the NFC, I think that the Kansas City Chiefs would be the best situation for the Dallas Cowboys. But here we go. I'm getting a lot of buffering on my TV screen right now, waiting to get back here to the action. Getting a lot of buffering on my TV screen. We should have kickoff here. Give me just a moment. Let me see what's going on. Oh, here we go. Now it checks back in. Looks like they needed to extend their delay, I suppose. I don't know what is going on. Looks like they cut over to something. I think we have a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line, so they skipped the entire kickoff here on the glitch from NBC. So a glitch on the NBC side of things. I got a 1st and 10 at the 26, a single back formation. A single back formation with 2 tight ends in the mix right now. So Brock Wright on one side. Here's the snap. That's a handoff. Jahmyr Gibbs with a big swim move right here will pick up about 6 yards. They're going to call it a 5-yard gain. 2nd down and 5. 2nd down and 5 coming up. Let's get the clock started right now. Get ready to move it back, says SJ336. Suzette saying Dallas Cowboys. Let's go, Suzette. Ooh, I like his tie. That's a cool tie. I need to get a tie like that. Collinsworth, a nice tie right now. 2nd down and 5 from the 31-yard line. The Detroit Lions with the football. Here's the snap and a handoff. Another run to the right-hand side. Jahmyr Gibbs only going to pick up 2 this time. It does bring up a 3rd down. 3rd down and 3 now from the 33. 3rd down and 3 for the Detroit Lions. Looking to convert on this one. It's a big 3rd down conversion. Big 3rd down conversion right now. Vamos a ver lo que pasa. Vamos a ver lo que pasa aquí. So, 3rd down and 3. Detroit with the football. Detroit, plenty of time left here in this 3rd quarter. Motion from Amon-Ra St. Brown as he goes to the top of the screen. Goff in a shotgun waits for the snap. He's pointing into that defense right now. Here comes the blitz, and Goff will have time. He will wind up and throw. Catch is made. 1st down, Amon-Ra St. Brown. That's going to be good for a 4-yard gain right here. On 3rd down and 3, it converts, and it's a 1st down, Detroit Lions. The Lions, a big catch right there. The Lions, a big catch right there. So, a quick snap, a quick look to the left-hand side. Jamison Williams makes the catch across the 50, down at the 48-yard line. Another 15-yard grab on a hurry-up play right there from Detroit. They're getting back to the line, or are they huddling for this one? Spags trying to hold a couple guys back here on the Kansas City Chiefs sideline. 9:13. We're approaching the 9-minute mark here. Time slipping. 4 plays in, 26 yards, 2 minutes taken off the clock. I'm surprised at how long the Chiefs' drives have been. Not surprised that the Lions' drives are slow, long, methodical drives, but the Chiefs have been able to work the clock really well here. Here's the snap on 1st and 10 from the 48, getting immediate contact. Jahmyr Gibbs will go down after picking up just 2 yards. 2nd down and 8. At the Kansas City 46. So far today, Jahmyr Gibbs, 16 rushing attempts, good for 68 yards. He does have no touchdowns, so not great. Only 6 fantasy points. Jamison Williams, though, 59 yards. Jamison Williams, 4 targets, 4 receptions, 59 yards, and 15 fantasy points. He does have that receiving touchdown as well. Jared Goff from the 46-yard line on 2nd down and 8 in a shotgun formation, trips to the left. Goff looks left, throws left, catch is going to be made in the backfield by Gibbs. It'll go down as a loss of 3. It's a 3rd down and 11 after that play going backwards. 3rd down and 11 backs them up to the 49-yard line, just shy of midfield. We're approaching the midway point now. We're approaching the midway point here of the 3rd quarter. ALCS update, Mariners 2, Blue Jays 7. What? Disc golf? Oh, man. The Mariners have a lead right now? What? 3rd down and 11. Goff looking one way, looking the other. Shotgun. 3rd and 11 from the 49. Here's the snap. Quick throw. Jamison Williams makes the grab and gets dropped immediately there as well. 4th down and 10, and the Chiefs defense showed up big time here. There is not enough leg power to get that through the uprights. I think I smell a punt here. It is going to be a punt for the Detroit Lions. Too many plays behind the sticks there. I don't like the play calling by Dan Campbell. I see them trying to do a wide receiver screen, but the secondary of the Kansas City Chiefs smelled that out immediately. Pretty obvious what they were doing here. Here comes the punt. The boot. Going. Big kick. Going to be, laid down on top of at about the 8-yard line, the 7-yard line. Kansas City Chiefs going to start this drive with a very long field. Going to pause the clock here. That's how much time is left. 6:42. Looks like a change of possession and another commercial break. Not today, says Duff Walk. Lions fans are quiet, says Georgia Trash. A little bit today. Lions fans are a little bit quiet today. Normally, the fans check in, and you Lions fans are a lot more rowdy than this. Lions fans. But you know what? The Kansas City Chiefs fans are a little quiet today, too. The Kansas City Chiefs fans are a little quiet today, too. Whoops. Let me grab my my stuff and get everything situated here. All right, y'all. So it's been a good day. Thank you for being here with me. Detroit Lions, Kansas City Chiefs. The score is 20-10. Kansas City has a 10-point lead. Looks like in baseball, the Seattle Mariners are up by 2 in the bottom of the 7th. Blue Jays are the home team, so if they are up by 2 in the 9th inning, they will get the bottom of the 9th. Have been doing a lot of baseball, guys. Does anyone in here watch baseball? Anybody else in here watch baseball? Who is your favorite baseball team? Let's go Major League here. Cubs, Brewers. We did Cubs, Brewers yesterday. Any Major League Baseball fans out there? The Jays, says Dete. Mad Steve saying yes. Brewers. Good win for the Brewers. Good win for the Brewers. Blue Eyes saying the Yankees. Me too, Blue Eyes. The Dodgers will be playing tomorrow, I believe. The Diamondbacks. How about Arizona? The Arizona Diamondbacks. Let's see. Let's go, Jay, says Dete. The Savannah Bananas. Nice, Ashley. That's a good name drop right there. The Chicago White Sox, says Kamari White. DMZ, also a Blue Jays fan. Baltimore Orioles in the house. The Joker dropping the Orioles out here. Seattle Mariners for Big Mike. What up, Big Mike? Ooh, the A's. Once the Oakland A's, the Anaheim A's, whatever you want to call them, the A's. What's going on? Klabata. St. Louis for Roy Williams, the St. Louis Cardinals. Jacqueline, the Tigers of Detroit. I expect to see a couple Detroit Tigers fans out here and St. Louis Cardinals fans as well. Expecting to see some of those. The Yankees, says Mad Steve. John Boy saying Blue Jays. The Honest Dodgers, says King Early, the Honest King. Okay. Like it, guys. Love it. Deegan Bobby saying the Brewers, bro. Let's go, Deegan. All right, y'all. I'm not going to get a chance to read all of these comments. We'll get back to the action here. I've got myself a 1st and 10 on the TV screen. 1st and 10, a snap, a handoff this time. Kareem Hunt going to go forward and picks up about 3 yards out to the Kansas City 10-yard line. It becomes 2nd down and 7. Kareem Hunt today has 3 carries for just 8 yards. Could be a better day for him. It could be a better day for Kareem Hunt. You would think that he has more. He actually has a couple. He has 1 target, 1 reception for 11 yards here as well. Here's your score for today, guys. Your box score for today. Patrick Mahomes in another shotgun. This time, Isaiah Pacheco is on the field next to him. Mahomes sends Xavier Worthy on the move to the top of the screen. Play clock down to 3. Mahomes looking that way will change his mind. He now has to scramble a wind-up and back shoulder fade here. That's going to be a tough catch to make for anyone. Isaiah Pacheco unable to come down with it. 3rd down and 7 stops the clock. 3rd down and 7 will stop the clock right here. Kansas City facing a possible 3-and-out, and the Detroit Lions get a chance to maybe get back into this one. They are down by 2 possessions. The game's not over, but we know what happens in 2-possession games when we reach that 4th quarter. Chiefs desperately looking here for a 1st down. 3rd and 7 from the 10. Mahomes makes a quick call over to Travis Kelce, who's on the move. Mahomes will take the snap. He drops, clean pocket, looks to Kelce. Kelce, catch is made. Kelce out to the 25. 1st down, Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down for KC. And the Chiefs will pick up a big one there. Travis Kelce for 17 yards. Here we go. 1st down picked up on a 17-yard grab for Travis Kelce. 1st and 10. Football to the 27. Time to eat the clock. It's too early for that right now, M. Stone. I think it's still too early for that. I think what they really want is at least a field goal before they're comfortable. Honestly, they need to get beyond that 14-point mark. They need more than a field goal. Here's the move. Mahomes, a pump fake. He will give himself up after gaining 2 yards. I think if they can make it a 15-point game, then you go into chew clock mode. But a 14-point game or less, you still got to try and score. 2nd down and 8 coming up. Football to the Kansas City 29. Football to the Kansas City 29 right now. Just lose, Chiefs, says Nick Samarikoff. What is up, Nick Samarikoff? Suzette Sanchez saying, let's go Yankees. Kelce catching the ball tonight? Let's go, says Rhonda Davis. From the 29-yard line, motion on the field from Smith. Mahomes waits for the snap. He takes it, fakes the handoff on a play action. Will sidearm throw this one, and that's going to be an incomplete pass. 3rd down and 8 coming up. 3rd down and 8, 4:27 left to go. Clock is hot. Clock is hot. Actually, the incomplete pass stops the clock, so 4:27. There we go. Mario, who do you think will clinch the NFC East division? The NFC East, the Eagles just lost 2 in a row. Let's see how the Commanders do tonight, and I'll let you know. Or tomorrow night, and I will let you know. 3rd down and 8, 29-yard line. Patrick Mahomes has a man in motion here. There's the snap, dropping back. Pocket starts to crumble. Mahomes steps up through it. He's on the run. He's going to take a hit. He is going to get the ankle wrapped up. He goes down. He seems to be okay. 4th down, though. It's 4th and short. 4th and short coming up right now. And so, they've got 2 yards to go. Mahomes has 2 yards left to go. He really wanted to take that contact, which is crazy that he wanted to do that. But he did take, excuse me, a big hit right there. It's the punt team out now. Punt team is here for this Kansas City Chiefs unit. They will send this back to the Detroit Lions. So, Detroit, you get the football back. Here we go. There is the punt. Ooh, I don't know if this one's going to go far. It's a high-hanging one. It's signaled a fair catch at about the – they'll put that at the 19. All right, guys, if they can get one back, if the Detroit Lions can get one back before the end of this quarter – I do believe the Detroit Lions are in a pretty good spot to mount the comeback. This game is not over, and Detroit knows that there is still light at the end of this tunnel. Guys, give me just 1 second. Again, I've been in front of this camera all day, and I've drank a lot of water. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Okay. All right, guys. So, reading some of these comments right now. Need Laporta to get 10 more yards and Montgomery to get 20 more yards to win your parlay. All right, guys. Who's betting on what today? Who's betting on what today? Tell me your bets. Tell me your bets for today. Did I spell that right? It has been a marathon, man. It has been a huge marathon. Okay, let's see. Sent saying he doesn't gamble. That's okay. Chiefs plus Golden State Warriors says Clash. Chiefs won already. That's decided. This game is rigged. Let's see. Over 50 says Bandit. He took the over on today's game. I've got the over-under at 51.5 according to CBS. So, looks like you got to sneak in an extra 2 points right there, Bandit. Not betting today. Okay, guys. Okay, we'll leave that as is. Let's cut back over to this live stream right now. We've got a 1st and 10 for the Detroit Lions at the 19-yard line. Jared Goff going to toss this one up in the air. David Montgomery with a lot of green grass. Montgomery gets out to the 42-yard line. That is going to be a monster play right here for 23 yards and a big 1st down for the Detroit Lions. 1st down for Detroit. Let's get this clock ticking once again. Monty, 1 catch. He got it, Wayne Adams. You just got your Montgomery 1 catch if that's what you bet on. There it is. If that's what you bet on, Wayne, and you spoke that into existence, that was for you, Wayne Adams. Here we go. Clock ticking with less than 3 left to go here in the 1st. Sam Laporta on the move. Little play action. And Jared Goff will step up into that pass. Winds up and delivers a beautiful ball over to Amon-Ra St. Brown. This will be a 10, 11-yard pickup. Call it a 12-yard gain. And that's good for a Detroit Lions. 1st down. Let's go. All right, y'all. Here we go. Kansas City Chiefs are 2-3 coming into this game, man. 2-3 coming into this game. The Detroit Lions 4-1. I have a 1st and 10 on my TV screen right here. Football to the 46-yard line across midfield. Motion from Brock Wright to the top of the screen. Another blitz coming in. A windup and a throw. Goff going to connect over there with Amon-Ra St. Brown. And St. Brown getting wrestled to the ground by Leo Chenal. That's going to be good for another Detroit Lions 1st down. 11-yard gain right there. Okay. Brad Solomon saying that's far enough. That's far enough. Here we go. That's far enough, he says. 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Jared Goff looks like he has David Montgomery in the backfield standing to his left. Here is the snap. Goff looking to the right quickly. Going to wind up and throw. Amon-Ra St. Brown again. A grab to the 29. A 6-yard pickup. 2nd down. 2nd down and 4. They are moving quickly here. I think they have the same mentality that I've got, and they're thinking to themselves, get one back, get back 1 touchdown quickly here, and we still have a shot in this game. Here's the offense for the Detroit Lions, doing what the Detroit Lions offense does, and that's gobble up yardage here. 2nd down and 4. From the 29-yard line. Here's the snap. It's going to be considered a forward pass to Jameson Williams out of the backfield, and Jameson Williams will pick up about 6 yards on that play. That's good for a 1st down. 1st down here for the Detroit Lions. We've got a 1st and 10 now out to the 23-yard line. 1st and 10. Less than 1 minute here left to go in the 3rd quarter as the clock is winding down. Isaac Tesla out on the field. Amon-Ra St. Brown out on the field. I see Sam Laporta out there on the field. I see Jameson Williams out there on the field. From the 24-yard line, the 23-yard line, ASB. It's actually Tesla on the move. Fakes the handoff. Will wind up and throw. It's going to be a screen play. David Montgomery, the 20, the 15, the 10. Montgomery inside the 10. 1st and goal, and this should take us to the 4th quarter now. So a 1st and goal when we get back from this commercial break between the 3rd and the 4th quarter. Let's move on to the 4th. 1st and goal from the 9-yard line, and the Detroit Lions looking to score here quickly. Lions for the win, says Andrea Brown. Gibbs touchdown, says Mark Marquee. Fourth quarter, come on, Lions again, says John Jackson's. We eat cheats, says Cam Campbell. Fingers crossed, says Curtis Keyboards. Curtis got those fingers crossed right now. We need Amon Bra. We need Amon to get going. Yaman. Amon Raw St. Brown. Okay, all right. Fourth quarter coming up right here, right now, which means there are 15 minutes of football left. I think I left you guys with the Kansas City Chiefs logo last time, or with the Kansas City Chiefs backdrop here. A quick look at these two teams, y'all. Just super quick. Let's do a quick stat check. Points per game allowed defensively by the Kansas City Chiefs. They normally give up 21 points per game. The Detroit Lions only have 10, so they are ahead of schedule right now. The Kansas City Chiefs defense looking good. Offensively, they score about 25 points per game. They're on track to hit that right now. They have scored 20 so far in this one. If we look at the Detroit Lions, they normally score 34, almost 35 points per game. They only have 10. They are well behind schedule right now. We should be seeing more offense here out of this Detroit Lions team. And defensively, they normally give up just 22 points per game. Today they've given up 20, so they are behind schedule here as well. Both teams having a bit of a flip around right here. Let's take a quick look at the numbers and the stats as I did just mention. So a quick look right now, Jared Goff, 19 of 22 for 182 as we enter the fourth quarter right now. Jahmyr Gibbs, 16 carries for 68 yards as we enter the fourth quarter right now. Jared Goff, oh, by the way, has one passing touchdown to Jameson Williams of all people. So Jameson Williams today leading this team. 6 targets, 6 carries, 66 yards. Sam Laporta is wide receiver number 2 as far as yardage goes. 3 targets, 3 receptions, good for 42 yards. And Amon-Ra St. Brown being utilized as well. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 8 targets, 7 receptions, good for 37. David Montgomery in the backfield also has 4 carries. So not Jahmyr Gibbs, but David Montgomery has 4 carries for 24 rushing yards, and he's got 2 receptions for 37. Okay, that is the those are the numbers there for the Detroit Lions. For the Kansas City Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes has completed 16 of 23 for 210 yards as we enter the fourth quarter. He's got 29 fantasy points because of those 2 passing touchdowns and a rushing touchdown today. It's a first and goal. The Detroit Lions have the football. Let's not underplay the situation here. Detroit really needs this touchdown. Here's the snap. A look to the left, a throw to the left. Amon-Ra St. Brown gets inside the 5, down at the 4. So St. Brown is down at the 4-yard line right now. It becomes second and goal after the catch was made. And the Detroit Lions need to score quickly. They can't take 3 minutes inside this red zone. They need a play. They need something to break for them. No penalties, good, clean football. And Detroit is looking to execute exactly that. Detroit is looking to execute exactly that. Goff surveying the field right now. David Montgomery, the sledgehammer, is back there with him. Motion this time from Sam Laporta as the play clock winds down inside of 5. Goff looks right, doesn't like it. Goff looks left to the back post. The catch is made! Touchdown! Sam Laporta! Touchdown! Detroit Lions! Sam Laporta on the touchdown play right there will make this a 4-point game. Both hands on the football, both feet inbounds, tiptoeing that back line of the end zone. What a play for Sam Laporta. Oh my goodness. That is through insane traffic there. Laporta scores the touchdown. Here we go. It's a 16-20 game. So the touchdown was scored. Here comes the extra point attempt to make it a 3-point game. We might get overtime today. From the left hash, there's the snap, the hold, the kick is up, the kick is good. And that means that it's a 3-point game, guys, just like that. All of you guys saying that the Lions were cooked, that the Lions were done. The Lions, patiently, quiet out there, not even being obnoxious like us Cowboys fans. Quietly sitting on the sidelines, waiting for this moment to come. They are still waiting. Congratulations on that touchdown right there, Lions fans. It's a 3-point game, says John Jackson. Jason saying, let's effing go. Let's go, Jason. polite. Detroit Lions fans, a little more polite than I'm used to for Detroit fans. Curtis Keyboard's dropping the Lions right now. If you're a Lions fan, there's the Lions logo. La Porta. Da Bears. Okay. Hit that thumbs up, says Phil McCracken. No, don't speak the overtime, says Curtis. Man, I am going through these cough drops so fast. Are these actually sugar-free, or did I just eat like 800 calories worth of cough drops? Did I? I legitimately may have. And there are like, I don't see anything on here that says anything about anything. So I'll take a look at that maybe after this live stream right now. Boo, says Duff Lock. Boo, says Duff. Let's see if we get another touchdown. Give Laporta that one. That was a sick catch. That was, Tete. That was a good one. That was a good catch. Nice lunch break, Chiefs. Time to get back to it. Okay. All right. Reading some of these comments right now. I can step away from the comment board. Okay, guys. I'm going to tell you right now, I've got like this much left in me. We have been live all day. We've been covering baseball as well. Normally on my last season, I only did 4 games a week. This is like week 3 where I've done streaming almost seven days in a row. I had a Friday off. Last week, I think. But dude, it's a grind, man. It's a grind. Cragger with a $2 super chat. Thank you very much. Looks like we're creeping up on 1,000 likes right now. Hit that like button, everyone, says Patrick Wonder. Thank you, Patrick. Thank you very much. Over 4,000 watching right now. Looks like 4,500. Honestly, for this channel, kind of a modest stream. We had like 10,000 people in here for the baseball game. Yeah, for the baseball game when it went to 15 innings. Over 10,000 people in the chat, which was crazy. Looks like Monkamil TV saying, I just subscribed. Let's go, Monkamil TV. I see you, bro. It's never a day at work when you do what you love, says Just Chilling. Oh, I love what I do, but it's definitely work, brother. It's definitely, bro. 15 innings was crazy. It was. It definitely was. All right, y'all, let's get back to this. Here's the kickoff, and the Kansas City Chiefs will be getting the football back after the touchdown from the Detroit Lions. The kickoff return gets out past the 30, down at the 31-yard line. 1st and 10 for Kansas City. 1st and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs here, and they will start this drive on the 31. All right. Just subscribed and liked, says Jeremy Luke. Let's go, Jeremy. RESPECT says 901 Sound Memphis. What up, 901? Samuel Bowerman also subscribing out here. I don't know why this doesn't update. This will be a lot better, guys. We're probably going to see this updating all the time whenever we do finally switch to Streamlabs. Here's the handoff on the left-hand side, and it looks like Kareem Hunt is going to pick up about 3 yards on the play. Gets the clock ticking, 2nd down and 7. The clock now becomes a factor that we're in the 4th quarter here. Every minute is precious right now. I have Mahomes, says Michael Mausas. Thank you, M. Collins. I just subscribed and like. Is Isaiah Pacheco in? He sure is. Okay, I'm stepping away from the chat. 13 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in this football game as the clock ticks away. Here's the snap, and Patrick Mahomes will drop back, throws this into the ground. Is that going to be multiple flags coming in? Okay, stops the clock with 13:31. Multiple flags coming in. Let's find out what this one is. It might have been before the snap. Oh, man. It's going to be a flag against the Detroit Lions. Personal foul, roughing the passer. It'll be on Aiden Hutchinson, who is just doing his job, man. Just doing his job. That'll be good for a 1st down for the Kansas City Chiefs, though. It's a 15-yard penalty and a 1st down, moving the football to the 49-yard line. The Detroit Lions need to hold Kansas City now. The Detroit Lions need to hold Kansas City to 3 points or less. 3 points or less here. If they give up a touchdown, they're back where they started. If they can hold Kansas City to 3, they'll be in good shape. Showing blitz, only rushing 4. They go the wrong way, and Xavier Worthy's going to break forward for a 6-yard pickup. Xavier Worthy, little misdirection right there. A little misdirection right there from the Kansas City Chiefs. 2nd down and 4. A 2nd down and 4. They are going to chew away at this clock right now. Again, every minute precious right now for the Detroit Lions. Every second counts here for Detroit. And if they can get a stop right now, it would be the best situation. Butker already missed earlier today. Here's the snap. Looking left, looking right, looking left again. The catch is going to be made. Xavier Worthy going to make a man miss. Worthy on the run. Worthy turns on the Jets, gets to the 30. That's a big 1st down for Kansas City. 1st down, Chiefs. Big play right there. That'll be a 14-yard pickup on 2nd down and 4 from the 45. It advances the football to 1st and 10 at the Detroit 31. So the football at the Detroit 31. The next play will come from the left hash at the 31-yard line. Moving the football effectively are the Kansas City Chiefs. 3 plays, good for 38 yards. I'll take that. Motion from Noah Gray. Here, a snap, a quick throw. This time it's going to be a catch made by Juju, and Juju Smith-Schuster will pick up 10 more yards. I don't have to change anything. Another 1st down. Another 1st down. Kansas City Chiefs picking up 1st downs right now. Roy Williams, thank you, sir. Duval Daly saying overtime. Jermaine Event saying this game is over. Not even close, Jermaine Event. Not even close. A red zone stop can change everything. 1 interception can change everything. 1 forced fumble can change everything. Here's a quick throw to the left-hand side. Looks like Smith going to get the carry. Smith going to have to fight a few Lions defenders. This will keep the clock ticking once again. It'll be an 8-yard pickup. A tough 8 yards picked up right there. But it brings up a 2nd down and 2. Football now inside the red zone. We're at the 18-yard line. Will the Chiefs score on this drive? Score a touchdown on this drive? Ooh. Will the Chiefs score a touchdown on this drive? Yes or no? Taekwon has been in and out of the game right now. I haven't seen him get the same snap share he had been getting before. Here's a snap and a handoff to Isaiah Pacheco from the 12-yard line. Pacheco takes it for a 1st down on 2nd and 2. It's a 1st and goal from the 8-yard line. 1st and goal for Kansas City. This is a long drive right now. More than 3 minutes taken off. That is 20% of the quarter. That's 20% of the quarter. 3 minutes makes a big difference here. They're keeping the football on the ground. They're taking all the time that they want with this. Taking all the time that they want with this. 1st and goal from the 8. Here's the snap. It is going to be a handoff to Pacheco. Pacheco to the 5. Pacheco to the 3. Pacheco gets stopped at the 2. This will bring up a 1st and goal. They're going to call it a 2nd and goal, excuse me. A 2nd and goal. They're going to mark it down at the 3-yard line. Pacheco this close to scoring. It's going to be a Kareem Hunt touchdown. Watch this. Vamos a ver. Vamos a ver lo que pasa aquí. Lions need to break this rhythm, says Enzo. It goes. They sure do, man. That's a great way to put it. They're in a rhythm. The Chiefs are in a solid rhythm right now. 1 big stop, 1 sack can get into Mahomes' head. Something here. They're showing what looks like to me gaps here on that front line. Mahomes, that's why they knew that they weren't going to do the run up the gut. It'll be great job defensively to read that and guess the right play there by the Detroit Lions defense. They were saying, you're not going to run this football, and they were right. They knew that Mahomes was going to try to scramble out to one of the flats. A great play call here for the Detroit Lions defense. We've got a 3rd down and goal. A 3rd down and goal, and Detroit looking to make a 4th down stop here. They need to break this rhythm, as was mentioned before. 9:35 on the clock. Motion from Isaiah Pacheco. Here's the snap. Mahomes will drop a 4-man rush. Mahomes will wind up and throw. Wide open is Marquise Hollywood Brown. Touchdown, Kansas City. That is another touchdown for Marquise Hollywood Brown. Oh, my goodness. 20 fantasy points today. Touchdown, Kansas City Chiefs. That's 6 more points on the board. Lions fans are quiet, says Georgia Trash. That's crazy to me. Detroit Lions defense needed that stop. They needed that stop so bad. There's still time, though. If they can score quickly here, again, it's back to a 3-point game. They need to manage this clock. The extra point attempt is up, and it's good, but it's back to a 2-possession game with 9:30 left to go. They have to score quickly. This cannot be a 5, 7, 8-minute drive. It needs to be a 3-minute drive, como mucho, ¿verdad? Como mucho. A 6-minute drive is more than enough. You need a 3-minute drive. They need to get it quickly there, too. Okay, guys, let's go back to the commercial break here. We talked about the stats for these teams. We talked offense. We talked defense. We talked about the Chiefs' stats. We did the same thing here for the Detroit Lions. The Lions' stats, their offense, the defense. We talked about their next 5 games. We put this board together. By the way, Week 7 pick'ems are available. They're in the link in the description down below. Sign up for it, guys. Who's going to win here? Buccaneers, Lions, doubleheader Monday night. I will be live for this. Okay, real quick, right? Time's running out, 9:30 left to go. Here are the games I'm covering next week. It could change, but as of now, Thursday night football. We will be doing Thursday night football. If you are a Steelers fan or a Bengals fan, I got you covered. After that, on Sunday, I will wake up early to do the Euro game. LA Rams versus I almost said the Panthers. We had a whole conversation about the Jaguars and the Panthers and how Panthers don't actually exist. They're really Jaguars that are all black. But Jaguars at home, they just lost a game today. They're going to look to try to get right. Easier said than done. It's going to be a Euro game. I will be live for that one. All these other games are going to happen throughout the day, right? We'll see the Saints and the Bears play. We'll watch the Dolphins and the Browns play. We'll watch all of these throughout the day, but then I will be live. I'm going to take a break from 12 p.m. until 3:25, and I'll be live after the 12 o'clock slates to cover this game right here. We will be covering the Dallas Cowboys. In case you did not know, I am a Dallas Cowboys fan, so that's why we will be covering Dallas. And then the night game for Sunday Night Football is actually this 49ers versus Falcons, so I will be live for that one as well. There are not 1, but 2 games back-to-back here for Monday, and I will be live covering both of those. I'm also going to be live covering the Major League Baseball playoffs whenever I've got a day in between the two. And, yeah, man, ain't no rest. Ain't no rest for the wicked. We're going to be working 8 days a week, my friend. 8 days a week. 8 days a week. I love you. 8 days a week is not enough to show I care. Ooh, I need your love, babe. Guess you know it's true. Here's the return out to the 25-yard line. One thing I can say. Okay. I ain't got nothing but love, babe. 8 days a week. All right, y'all. Charles Moore, yes, it is. Yes, it is. This is all I do. He says, is this your full-time job? This is all I do, man. We do this 8 days a week. Day in, day out. We are doing pretty well right now on YouTube. We are doing pretty well right now on YouTube. Able to, I was actually able, someone just before you left this comment, Charles, said don't quit your day job. My day job I quit back in March, so I've been doing YouTube full-time since March. Best decision I ever made, not going back to a 9-to-5 right now. Definitely one of those things. I'm working harder now than I ever did at a 9-to-5, but this is so much more rewarding being my own boss right now and doing this myself. So, here we go. Plus, it pays better than what I was doing before. 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line. A single back formation waiting for the snap. Under center is Jared Goff. Goff takes the snap. He hands this off. Ooh, a little spin move right here, but Gibbs is going to go backwards and lose 3 yards on the play. 2nd down and 13. 2nd down and 13. That's the opposite direction of where the Lions are trying to go. Lions are trying to go that way. Instead, they went that way. They're trying to go into the Kansas City Chiefs territory. Lions with the football in the 4th quarter. Lions with the football in the fourth quarter, down by 10. They are in go-for-it territory. You got to stop playing behind the sticks here. You got to throw upfield, Goff. You got to throw upfield. Motion from Amon-Ra St. Brown. I think Goff knows it. He will wind up and throw, and it will be a catch. It will be a fumble out of bounds. Looks like St. Brown will pick up about 3 yards getting that back. It's a 3rd down and 10. Crucial conversion here. This game could be over sooner rather than later, man. Jacqueline, thank you. 8:29, I just read that comment. Roy Williams, I'll be here tomorrow night, my friend. I will be here tomorrow night. Shotgun formation. Jahmyr Gibbs standing to the left right now of Jared Goff. Motion from Amon-Ra St. Brown. The football is pinned right now at the 26-yard line. Goff doing this thing, waiting for the snap. Here comes the blitz, and Goff is going to get wrapped up and dropped. Down goes Jared Goff. 4th down, and they got to go for it here. 4th down and 4. Oh, man. Down goes Goff. Down goes Goff. Okay. So Goff goes down. That's a sack from Omenihu. Omenihu with the bag right there. Sack launch for Jared Goff. 7.5 minutes left to go. They're punting. It's 4th down and 14. It's time to punt. Phil McCracken saying P-U-N-T, punt, punt, punt. There's the kick. This one going back, going to be returned from the 30, out to the 35, stays on his feet, gets around the corner to the 40, the 45 out to the 50, across midfield. I think he might have fumbled the football, and it could be recovered by the Detroit Lions. Let's see. Ooh, the back judge saying down by contact. He runs in there saying down, 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 down by contact. Okay, 7:12 left to go. So it is going to be Kansas City Chiefs football. It popped out. A little confusion right now. Remigio was definitely down by contact. Definitely down by contact before that football popped out. So, 1st and 10 coming up for the Kansas City Chiefs. They are in great field position right now. It's still a 10-point game. And honestly, a field goal doesn't change much. A field goal still makes it a 2-possession game. A touchdown would ice this cake, man. A touchdown would ice this cake. And it's a doo-doo cake right now for the Detroit Lions. And right now, this doo-doo cake, the Kansas City Chiefs are getting ready to give a big spoonful over to Jared Goff and his team. Remigio, says Rhonda Davis. Gross, says Jared Goff. No more time. Jared Goff and Vegas did it again. Chiefs rule, says Georgia Trash. I need Gibbs 15 receiving yards. You think he gets it? Interception. No way. Mad saying tick-tock. Tick-tock. The clock is ticking here. Do I do college football, Kamari? Yes and no. I do college I do college football during the postseason. Jacqueline Sturgis, you're taking off. You take care. I will be here in case you decide to come back. This game's not over yet. Kamari asking, do we do college football games? I do, but only during the postseason. Who is your college team? Has been asked to me. Who is your college team, Daniel? You don't care about that, dude. You don't care about my favorite team. It's more cool to know what your favorite team is out there. I will tell you, I like UT Austin. I do like my Longhorns. Postseason and NCAA sucks now because of the NIL money. Half the players hold out. Least favorite team, says Courtney, saying the Eagles. Clem saying Packers. Let's see. Go Knowles, says Guy. Roll Tide, says Daniel. Okay. I see you, Daniel Beal. Thank you, the man of the Lakers. We're here for another day. WVU, CSU, Rams. Oh, yeah, you guys are dropping all of this college football content. Let's go. SMU Mustangs. Mizzou in the house. Notre Dame in the house. What up, guys? Let's go. Notre Dame, those fighting Irish, man. Did get to watch ASU last season. Arizona State University and Camp Scattaboo. obviously in that big game against Texas. Here's the snap from the 49-yard line. Isaiah Pacheco running with some aggression on this play will pick up 5 yards, 2nd down and 5. Clock is hot once again. So now, with this much time left available, I think they are going to start milking this thing, just milking the clock right now. 6:50, and this thing is just going to I'm going to let it roll, guys. I'm going to let it roll. I'll let you guys know when we hit the 2-minute warning. Howard University, says Chuck Diesel. Ole Miss, says Misty Mythical Words. Davis saying the Ducks. Motion on the field. This time it's Juju Smith-Schuster, who is the lone wide receiver at the bottom of the screen. There's a snap and a handoff to Isaiah Pacheco. Pacheco gets wrapped up by Campbell quickly, going down after a 2-yard pickup, 3rd down and 3. Shorter drive than expected here. Kansas City probably going to look to convert 1 first down. Kansas City probably going to look to convert 1 first down. Clinton Gray saying, did you say Penn State? He sure did. Pancake sauce is whooping my behind. Oh, Max's team is nasty right now, Courtney. Max's team is pretty sick. 3rd down. Shotgun, actually empty backfield. Now it's a shotgun formation, or maybe not. Motion on the field here. Mahomes will take the snap. A quick throw to Travis Kelce. Kelce going to go down after picking up 8 yards. That's good for a 1st down, Kansas City. Fresh new set of downs. Time quickly running out here for these Detroit Lions. What you expect, says Cam Campbell. Moneyline got 97%. Kansas City Chiefs, says Clash Roxale. Roxale? Clash, what's up, man? John Jackson saying, it's over. The Thriller in Manila, it's over. And down goes Frazier. 5 minutes. Motion, Xavier Worthy. Dancing around in the backfield here. Going left, going right. Little misdirection. A handoff to Pacheco. Pacheco going to take this one to about the 29-yard line before going down. Thank you very much. Saying college football is as great. Oh, Jesus. AW, come on, bro. What does that even mean? Thank you for that super chat, bro. But not going to flex that right there. Not going to flex that right there. 1st and 10 coming up right now. Careful now. You are messing with one of our channel moderators. You mess with the bull, you might get the horns, man. You mess with the bull, you might get the horns. 2nd down and 5 coming up right now after that gain. Here's the snap from the 29-yard line. A throw to the right-hand side. This one is going to end up being a 3, maybe a 4-yard pickup. This will bring up a 3rd down and 1. 3rd down and 1 coming up now. 3rd down and 1. 4 minutes left to go. This is going to start ticking here. Purdue is in, says John Paul. FSU, says why shine. Clock is just going to keep running here, y'all. I got a 3rd down and 1. Not a whole lot happening. There's not a whole lot to report. The Kansas City Chiefs are taking their full 40 seconds in between each and every play. And with a 3rd down and 1, another 1st down here puts the Detroit Lions in a really tough spot. If the Chiefs can convert this 3rd down, here's the snap. There's the handoff left-hand side. This is a converted 1st down, and Kareem Hunt takes it to the 15. That's a 1st down, Kansas City. Wow. That's exactly what you didn't want to happen if you're a Detroit Lions fan. And now a first timeout going to be called with 3 minutes and 25 seconds left to go. Okay. So, commercial break now. 3:24 timeout called by the Detroit Lions. Okay. If the rest of the chat can just do me a favor and just take it easy, man. Let's just take it easy in the chat, okay? This is that statement drive, says Bruce. Uncle Bob saying, so you see you next time. Let's see. Goat checking in right now saying, go Buckeyes. Dory saying, Wardell underrated. Katie Espresso. That's it, man. David Bowers, LOL. It's done deal for Detroit, man. Do I go for Auburn? I don't really cover a whole lot of college football, guys. I'll cover them if they get to the postseason, but outside of that, nothing really to get excited from. See, I can't get behind that super chat, AW. I'd rather not take your money if that's the case, bro. I'd rather not take your money if that's the case, man. You can keep those $2. That's not what this channel's about, bro. I gladly gave a girl a wrench. With pleasure. With pleasure. Why? Well, because they're here. They're taking care of this chat. They're keeping things clean. And I'm happy to have the female presence right now. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? Honestly, country, if you want to, you can go ahead and pull the trigger there. We don't need that energy in this chat room. You guys know me at this point. You should know me at this point. You should know me at this point. You can go ahead and pull the trigger on that one. So, 1st and 10 coming up right now after a big first down for the Kansas City Chiefs. Thank you, Mr. Hutch. It's over. Go Kansas City, says Brian. Laying the smack down. Diversity is key. That's it, Zach Cohn. More than one girl, by the way. More than one girl. That includes Courtney. That includes country. That includes my wife herself. So absolutely. 3 minutes and 24 seconds left to go in this football game, y'all. 3 minutes and 24 seconds left to go in this football game. And it's almost done, y'all. It's going to be very close to the end of the game here. I can't imagine that the Chiefs are going to give the Lions much time left. They have one timeout remaining is what I see on my TV screen. 1st and 10 from the Detroit 15 coming. They got 2 timeouts is what I see on my TV screen. That could be wrong, though. Here's a handoff. This one on 1st and 10 is a 2-yard pickup. Now it's one timeout. Timeout going to be called again by the Detroit Lions with 3 minutes and 21 seconds left to go. 3:21 left to go. Fantasy football stats and numbers on the right-hand side for y'all. Let's go ahead and turn off the lo-fi because we are inside the red zone. Jared Goff hanging his head, knowing that they should have won this game if they would have played smarter. The next timeout going to be called here by the Detroit Lions. Gibbs, 15 yards, says Slacked. Jahmyr Gibbs, 17 rushing attempts, 65 yards. By the way, Slacked. You can put your fingers on the screen and zoom in. That might give you a little better visibility over here on the right-hand side for the numbers. And in case you're curious as to what each column is, rushing attempts, rushing yards, touchdowns, their longest play, and their fantasy points in full-point PPR formats. 3:21 on the board. 2nd down and 8 coming up for Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the snap, the handoff, and looks like Pacheco going to run forward. He gets stuffed. Another timeout going to be called quickly here with 3:14. That's the final timeout taken by the Detroit Lions with a 3rd down and 6 coming up. 3rd down. Here we go. Emery saying scripted drama, and this timeout will go back to another quick commercial break. Real Fisty XD. What's going on, Real? I see you out here. Gibbs, 15 receiving yards. That's what you meant. Let's scroll down so you can see Jahmyr Gibbs, 2 targets, 1 reception, 0 receiving yards, though, my friend. Sorry about that, Slacked. Sorry about that, Slacked. No receiving yards for Jahmyr Gibbs. This could be a moment for him moving forward. Who plays tomorrow? J-Boy Smith. Tomorrow night there are 2 football games. Tomorrow night the Buffalo Bills will kick off at 6:15 p.m. Central Standard Time. 6:15 p.m. Central Standard Time versus the Atlanta Falcons. And then the second game, because it is a doubleheader tomorrow, will actually run in tandem with that game. The second kickoff is at 7:15 Central Standard Time. That's the game I'll be covering. It's the Chicago Bears versus the Washington Commanders. So I've got those 2 games. Tomorrow, I will be covering the Bears and Commanders. The Buffalo Bills, we've covered a lot of them this season already, and we will cover a lot more, so I'm going to focus on Chicago right now. Mahomes' career completion percentage is 66.6. He's a demon, says Krager. Love it, dude. 666, that's what, the Omen right there? Damien has that on his head. I think I remember that. Another movie that my dad scarred me with as a kid. Thank you, M.E. Law. Your first super chat on a live stream. Let's go. First super chat ever from me, Law. M.E. Law. First time. Thank you very much. first time ever on any live stream ever. This is this person's Emmy Law. Thank you for your first time ever being on this channel. I love it. Thank you very much. Comment coming in. Bro, I need Montgomery for 34 yards. He has 24. I need 10 more. Worthy, can he get one more reception, says Epics. Commanders blow out Chicago, says Gerald. Randy asking what the score is. It's above my head, Randy. The score is Chiefs 27, Detroit Lions 17. It's a 10-point game right now. All right. Tommy Gonzalez, thank you very much, sir. Let's step away from the chat for now, folks, and let's get locked in. Kansas City on a 3rd down and 6. Detroit with no timeouts remaining. 3 minutes and 14 seconds left to go in this football game. Xavier Worthy on the move as he goes to the top of the screen. Here's the snap. A pump fake. Mahomes in trouble. Mahomes will be sacked on the play. I think they were expecting that to happen. I think they just wanted to get this one close as possible to the 2-minute warning. So a field goal will come up. It will make it a 13-point game. It remains a 2-possession game. The Detroit Lions will need to score quickly, and then they'll need to turn around and get the – it's going to be a very uphill battle right now for Detroit. This field goal is going to make it even tougher. 4th down and 10. This field goal coming from the left hash, a 33-yard field goal here for the Chiefs. 33-yard field goal. Timeout going to be called by Kansas City right now. You're going to ice your own kicker, Kansas? Okay, I guess they were just waiting for the time to run out. It does stop the clock with 2:29. 2:29, they didn't want to take the penalty. Looks like a 33-yarder coming up right here. Is Thornton playing? Yes, he is. Has he been targeted? Yes, he has. Has he been targeted a lot? No, he has not. Looks like Tyquan Thornton. Actually, I don't see a single target for Thornton today. Just a big old goose egg. Not even a target for Tyquan Thornton today. Non-factor in today's game. Here comes a field goal attempt from the left hash, 33 yards out. Waiting for the snap here. Harrison Butker will take a quick little shimmy. There's the snap. The kick is up. The kick is good. And we get 3 more points on the board. Field goal for Kansas City. It's a 13-point game. Do the Detroit Lions have what it takes to get the win here, or at bare minimum, cover the spread? Okay. All right. So the field goal was there, folks. The score is now 30-17. We will get a kickoff, and the Detroit Lions are going to receive that kickoff. Detroit Lions with very little time left right now. Block it and run it back, says Spartan Knoll. John, Coach Leonard saying, let's go. Let's effing go. You get it? Football Nation, FN. Let's FN go. Robert Nunez with that 1.1. Thank you for the update, Robert. Appreciate you, sir, letting us know that we hit our goal of 1,000 likes on this live stream today. Whiskey or bourbon? Asked Sammy. That's a good question, Sammy. There are obviously a lot of parallels there. But who doesn't like good old corn whiskey? Here we go to the 10, the 20, the 25. Okay, and that is a pickup out to the 28-yard. How's that song go? It goes, rain makes corn, corn makes whiskey, whiskey makes her, something or another like that, something like that. But someone dropped my favorite out here. It's this one. Ba-da-ba-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. Okay, 2 minutes and 20 seconds left to go, guys. Shotgun formation here. Clock with very little time left on it. Jared Goff from the 27-yard line looking for a last gasp effort here. Here is the snap. Could be an offsides. It's a free play for Goff. He will wind up and throw. Catch is made. Sam Laporta going to pick up about 9 yards on the play. It was an offsides here. Jared Goff should have aired that one out, bro. You saw the flag come in. You should have just ripped it. Offsides on the defense. That penalty is declined. It was an offsides here by the Kansas City Chiefs. The penalty is declined. 2:07 left to go. We still got that 2-minute warning. It'll be the last time that they get to stop the clock. So 2:14 has been put on there. Just a little extra time. It says 2nd down and 1 on my screen. That's what we're going with now. The football has been moved out to the 36-yard line. Goff takes the snap. A 4-man rush coming in. Goff breaking tackles. Goff getting crushed on the play. Trying to throw that one forward. It's an incomplete pass. 3rd down. Goff is crushed on the play. Got rid of the football just barely. Chris Jones finally getting to the quarterback this time. Barely getting to the quarterback, but finally doing so. He's been struggling to do that, man. But he put Goff in a terrible spot. Nick Bolton came in to scare the lights out of him, scare the living daylights out of him. Also to, give him a quick receipt. 3rd down and 1. Gibbs standing to the right of Jared Goff. A 3rd down and 1. Motion from Isaac Tesla. Goff waits for the snap. His favorite hand motion. Takes it. Drops back. 4 men. 1 up. That's going to be a bad throw. This one in the dirt. Intended for Laporta. Pass is incomplete. 2:03 left to go. 4th down and 11. Great job by the Kansas City Chiefs defense, knowing that he was going to go with the tight end on that play. A 4th down here. It is do or die for Detroit. If they do not convert, this game is over effectively. 4th down and 1. Jared Goff. Motion on the field from Isaac Tesla this play. Goff directing traffic. He's pointing out to the defense right now. They're showing blitz. They will rush 4. Goff will wind up and throw. The pass is incomplete. There are no flags. Turnover on downs. 1st down, Kansas City. This will take us to the 2-minute warning, and this game is just about done, guys. This game is just about done. Possession going to change here. Kansas City going to get the football now, and the Chiefs win this one. They will walk away on Sunday Night Football with a win. Thanks for a fun day, says Todd Tier. Todd, it's been a long day. It's been a long day. And just based off of the volume that we had today, 7-14-21, we probably got almost 500,000 views this week. Maybe more than 500,000 views already this week. Just between this live stream and baseball live streams. Yeah, I think we might be at 500,000 right now. Just for the week, bro. We are doing something right now on the channel. We are doing something right now on the channel. Rhonda Davis saying, Kansas City, baby. Here's your chance, Chiefs fans. Y'all want to rub it in? Sorry, Lions fans. Y'all want to rub it in, Kansas City fans? Where y'all at? Let's see that red and gold right now. Here's your chance to rub it in. Kansas City needed this game, says Greasy Flight. They sure did. Misty saying, go Chiefs. Dropping the tomahawk right now, says King Early. Dete with a $10 super chat, blasting off right now in the chair. I like that super chat. I see you out here, Caroline, saying Kansas City needed it. We still love Detroit, though, says Shelly, and that is super important. Lions fans, it was a tough-fought battle. Unfortunately, I think it's time that the Lions retire this one. It's not over till it's over, but I smell a couple of knees, and that should be the end of the game. Charles Moore, we've done that one, but I hate asking about least favorites because that, to me, adds just negativity. I know I'm – it's funny. Someone told me that I have toxic positivity. I said, what? Wait, what? Toxic positivity? Is that a thing? I don't know, but someone told me I have toxic positivity. I actually told Santino that I don't like when he puts those questions into the trivia when, like, people lose or whatever, anything negative. We actually had to change the Jets one because there's a lot of bad stuff on the Jets. We were trying to just, gas up our fan bases right now. But we always ask who the favorite team is. We never ask any. We did in the beginning, but we never ask anymore. There's a Taylor Swift sighting. There's a Taylor Swift sighting. She's there. There she is with Brittany Mahomes. Could be worse, said Zach Cohn. It could be, man. It could be. Thank you, Misty. All right, y'all. Game's almost over here. If you got 2 more minutes to spare with me, they're going to kneel this thing out. They are in victory formation, and Detroit has no timeouts available. So 3 knees. This will be your final score. I lost 450 parlay. Needed Gibbs to get 4 more yards. Martin, oh no. Did anybody win today? Did anybody win their parlays today? 11 minutes and 40 seconds, 1 minute and 40 seconds left to go. This is just going to click and wind down. Let's put it where it's at. Did anybody win their parlays today? Caitlin, let's see. Turnover saved us, says Epics. Won my parlay, says Caroline. Let's go, Caroline. TRT Nola saying thank you. You're welcome, TRT Nola. Here comes the next knee here. Mahomes going to take a quick knee. Dude, I'm going to win by 1 point if they just knee it out, says Tanner Berry. Tanner, I think you're going to win by 1 point today, bro. Bleezy Bryce saying lost $100. It happens. 4 out of 5 hit. Looks like something right here for you, Clash. Bleezy losing that 100. Nimmy winning $7 grand. Let's go, Nimmy. Well done, my friend. What were your picks today? What were your picks today? I won 5 parlays, says Ty G. My goodness. Yes, bro. One on Robinhood, 1,000 contracts with the Chiefs. Thank you. You're awesome. You're like the 3rd person on the Robinhood contracts thing on this channel, bro. There's the last knee, guys. This will take us to 4th down. Doesn't matter. This will be your final score. Players taking the field. This will end up being your final. Chiefs win the game. Here comes another one. Thank you, Coach. Thank you. JT's mom has got it. I can't sing that to my boy JT. JT's going to hate me if I sing that. Thank you, Coach Leonard. Thank you very much. Much love. I appreciate it. Thank you. What the heck is a parlay? Is that golf talk? No, the disc golf. Close. I lost 250, says Houston. It happens. Chicken Rings checking in. You and your crew are phenomenal. Go Bears, says Chicken Rings, Onion Wings. My brain just melted reading your name. I was like, wait a minute, what? Chicken Rings and Onion Wings. That's an awesome name. That alone is an awesome name. Love it. Chicken Rings and Onion Wings. All right, guys, this game is over. That is the final score of this game. So, I got a few minutes, man. We can hang out with you guys. Fight. No, not a fight out there, gamer guy. I hit a leg for 24 grand last week. Wow, Klabata. That's some good, that's walking around money right now. Thanks to the great Santino, says Mad Steve. I think he's out there watching somewhere. He comes over for the morning game, but, you know, he's got a life as well. He works a day job as well, so he's got other responsibilities. Mine is just to manage this channel. This is my baby. This is my bread. This is my butter. Oh, it looks like there is a fight right now. Brian Branch getting into it with Juju Smith-Schuster. Juju Smith-Schuster gets his helmet ripped off, and Brian Branch and Juju are actually getting into it right now. There is a fight out there. You're not wrong. Okay, so players eventually pulled apart right now after the score was over. I wonder what was said out there. What are your arm tats? Military? No, Wu Benton, they are not. So I do a lot of traveling. This one says explore. It's a globe. You can see the mountains out there. I've got the latitude and longitude lines. It's all sitting on something right here. So I've got a globe on one. This is actually a cover-up tattoo. When I was 17, I was a big old dumb dummy. And this is a fun story. When I was 17, I got a tattoo on my forearm here on my wrist. I wasn't even old enough to get one. But I got a set of brass knuckles on a cloud with lightning bolts. And I thought I was the smartest guy ever, thinking, oh, yeah, I got a thunder punch. Yeah, if you guys are looking at me like this guy's an absolute idiot, I grew out of it. We got the tattoo covered up. A friend of mine actually did this one for free, so I didn't have to pay anything on this one. But I got it covered up with the two red roses, 2 blue roses, 2 for my mom and my sister, the other 2 for my dad and my brother. Thank you, Sam Ann. And then over here, we've got the last one. That is going to be our alchemy circle. Y'all have seen that one before. This is a classic alchemy circle, but I did change some of the signs on the inside. I put my family zodiac signs to make it more meaningful for me. Who's the Aries for? You'll never know. Actually, I got this before my son was born, but my son is an Aries. 113K last night, but missing on underdog by 0.5 today, Kenny Tran. Oh, that's brutal. Russell, what's going on? saying you're welcome, Russell. You're welcome. Mahomes extended a hand to Branch. Juju saw it, said something to Branch, and Branch took a hand to Juju's face mask. Juju charged Branch. Dete giving you a depiction right there. Country saying you have a Reptar as well. I do have a Reptar on my back. I don't think you guys can see it through my shirt. Maybe you could. But he's on my back shoulder out there. Back shoulder fade. Tats, born in 1069. Never, never, never. Okay. To each their own, my friend. The Alchemy Circle is dope, says Courtney. All right, Mad Steve, you have a great day. Does anybody have any questions, final questions for me before I'm done? We have been live at this point for 14 hours on the channel. Straight up, no lie, no exaggeration. In Spanish, Victor Hugo me dice, adios, amigo. Adios, Victor. Adios. Juju, Shoop, letting us know what happened out there, and Branch tossed him over like a pancake. He sure did. Juju got bad juju. It wasn't the first inning. Springer's was the first inning, first pitch of the series, says Steve Zook. Have a good night, Jay. You take care, Jay. You take care, Barry. St. Brown, so overrated. Dude is garbage. Who will be in the World Series? I smell Dodgers and Blue Jays. I could be wrong. Guys, don't forget to do your Week 7 pickups. The Week 7 pick'ems are available. The Week 7 pick'ems are available. Here is that graphic one more time. What do you want from Santa, asks Courtney. What do I want from Santa? I really haven't thought that far. I feel like I'm going to be Santa this year, so I'm really filling out those gifts for everyone else. I'm honestly probably going to be live on Christmas, guys. I'm probably going to be live on Christmas. I'll probably be live on Thanksgiving. I'll probably be live every single opportunity that I can. Again, this is my livelihood now, so for me to take any days off when I don't have PTO on this channel, that does not exist. It's my own business right now, so there's a lot to cover. What do I want for Christmas? Man, anything? I get anything? No budget from Santa this year? Does Santa have a budget? I remember one of my friends, her kids, she asked, what do you want for Christmas? And he goes, I want an Xbox. She says, Santa runs a toy store, not a Best Buy. Honestly, what do I want for Christmas? I can't think of anything that I necessarily want. I don't know. I want my son to say his first words by Christmas. That would be awesome, honestly. I'm going to be the Grinch. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. You have termites in your smile. You have all the tender sweetness of a seasick crocodile, Mr. Grinch. Okay. Santa got a Game Boy Color. Best Christmas ever. Just wanted to say thank you. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate you, sir. Happy Thanksgiving to all my fellow Canadians, says Dete. I feel it. Remember, love, peace, soul train. That's right, John Paul. Thank you, B. Corf. Thank you, B. Corf. All right, guys. That's it, man. I'm done. Don't forget to click. Will he say, here we go? No. That's, take a shot every time I say, here we go. You guys would be blacked out. I caught myself today saying it, too. And I gave Santino a note earlier today. I literally wrote it down for Santino. I said, your crutch word is here we go. And then I said it like 800 times today, bro. What? Like, that was so awkward. I said it so many times today. Fighting gives football a bad image, says CC Comp, but it gives hockey a great image. Peerless, thank you. Make it make sense, he says. Peerless 305, make it make sense. Subscribed. Let's go. Thank you, Dete. All right, y'all. I'm off. I'm done. I'm going to go hang out with my wife and my son. I'm taking off. I hope y'all have a fantastic night. I will be live again tomorrow night for the Chicago Bears versus the Washington Commanders. If you guys want to bear down or get with that program there in D.C., I got you guys. My name is Mario. You've been watching Football Nation. Until next time, let's effing go. Peace out, guys.